Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Caitlin playing Feeble Frost, the Ace Genasi Phoenix Hill Sorcerer.
I'm Megan playing Zoraid Landir, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
Howdy, y'all. I'm Maz playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Popsicle. Or Scout. Yeah.
And I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Nightcrafter, the Tiefling Fighter.
All right, so before we get into tonight's adventure, we do have a couple of quick announcements. Something a little new than what we've normally done in the past. Caitlin, why don't you take us there?
Let's talk about our brand new event that is starting at the beginning of June and running through July, and if it does well, running forever. We are doing D&D PvP The League, y'all! Our test weekend went so well, and we had so many people asking us, hey, make this a regular thing, that, hey, we're gonna make it a regular damn thing just for all of you. So, do us a favor. If you are a content creator of any kind, or if you know a content creator you'd like to tag in this, the Google sign-up sheet is in the chat right now. Basically, how it works is this. As many teams as we can, the goal was 8. We're aiming for 8 teams, maybe a little more or less, depending on who signs up and who we really, really want to have in. So, working under the assumption of 8 teams, 8 weeks, 4 different dungeon arenas that Cody and fellow creators are making just for this event. The viewers drive the game. The viewer donations will help or hurt your team, will help or hurt the dungeon master, and you as a team player can garner favor from the audience. Teams of 2 will go head-to-head in these point-based D&D 5e arenas. It is so much fun. They were the most intense weekends I've ever been a part of in my life. Like, I never stopped being on 3 different screens at once. I didn't eat. Like, I just sat and watched y'all play and wreck each other. It was amazing. So go sign up or tag your favorite creator and send them this and send this information. We're gonna have actual cash prizes. We're gonna do a profit share of the donations every night for the teams who play, as well as us for running the show, so that when you're playing, you're going to be reimbursed for playing. It is going to be a really good time. And we're just really excited to see everybody. Oh, Megan, 100 gold. 200 gold? 100 gold?
200 gold.
200 gold. So, and Megan is one of our, Megan and Matthew were our reigning champions last time we did this, so they're gonna come back and fuck shit up. So, D&D PvP, go sign up or go tell all of your friends. It is on our Twitter if you just want to share the hell out of it everywhere. Megan, you're up.
Right, thank you. I was chilling in my own hype for a moment. So we want to thank our wonderful sponsors for Disasters in Danger, Norse Foundry. Absolutely phenomenal metal dice, gemstone dice. Head over to their website. They also work with Elderwood Academy for some really, really beautiful gem boxes. My God, dice boxes and dice vaults. If you use our promo code REPRPG, you get 15% off of your order, which is no small amount, let me tell you. And guys, they're absolutely gorgeous. Mother's Day is past, but we've got Father's Day coming up. We've got graduation. I'm sure someone has a birthday in the summer, one of those sad summer kids that could never celebrate their birthday with their school friends because it was way out of time, right?
Listen, mine was usually the second day of school. I didn't have any friends yet.
There you go. Get them prepped and ready for her birthday. Use the promo code REPRPG, 15% off. And always a reminder, it's bad luck to buy your own opals. Buy them for someone else at NorseFoundry.com.
Okay. And if I am not mistaken, I believe that is it for the announcements. Later on in the week, we should be having Malifaux on Wednesdays, and I believe we have Borderlands coming up Friday. So there is that. Just stay tuned to the socials. That's the best way to keep up with us and where we are streaming throughout the entirety of the week. So, without anything else, let's get into tonight's adventure, shall we?
Let's all die. Woo!
Our adventure takes place in the lands of Lichtdracht. They are lands of myth, of legend. Lands where one may write their own fate if they have the proper will, destiny. Our heroes are the archivists. They have traveled beyond the Warden's Veil into the Western Mountains, as you can see there in our wonderful sort of map. And they have settled into the House of Shields, where they are assisting a alliance of dwarves and giants as they attempt to reclaim part of their lost glory, them all descendants of the Black King. And so to do this, they have traveled to the Frozen Fjord in the north, where the frost giants used to reign. And atop this harried, weathered mountain peak, our heroes have explored and discovered in their desperation these frost giants being assaulted by the ruling dragon class of Western Lichtrocht, turned to dark ritual, drawing forth the power of eternal winter, a creature that perhaps saved them the fate of being destroyed by the dragons, only to them to a more various end. So, you guys have just put down a frost giant, let's see, shaman, frost giant shaman zombie. There's a lot of words involved in that one.
It was so much, y'all.
There's a lot.
It's the entire Cranberries catalog is what we put down.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. And with the sounds of the oncoming dangers that are approaching, the central portion of the square definitely being more dangerous than initially thought. Many of those similar frost giant zombies. You can hear them sort of rousing as they begin to move about the town. There is, towards the back of the room, a secondary door that the team is able to slip out of. And with Sirach scouting up ahead, you guys end up having to backtrack about, say, 2 or 3 frost giant blocks, as it were, as you would like to make it to the north gate. That is where you had pieced together where the last true battle against the dragons took place, most likely where the Jarl of these frost giants is. Backtracking also allows you guys to meet up with some of your other party members after a brief discussion with Sirach's wings damaged. He is going to return with them as they work on securing the portal back to the House of Shields, because it's essentially just a big open door, right? You guys had kind of pushed it open a little bit, but realistically,
We melted it open. We worked so hard on that. I melted it open.
you did. You melted it, and then you just kind of gave it a good shove. But there is no real defense. So if this winter spirit so chooses, they could overrun that gate very easily. So with the rest of the party and Sirach stepping out, Treasure is going to step in and take his place. And that is where we are going to pick up for the moment. Now, here atop this mountain, which the frost giants have carved their civilization, built of the ice of this mountaintop as though it were leveled, sort of. I keep ending up with strip mining for some reason, but as though the mountain itself were leveled, and the homes erected from not just the stone, but from local ancient frozen trees and the pelts of many animals. It's been more than a dwarven generation since this place fell, and as such, it is inherently dangerous. Many of the buildings have been destroyed, the walls crumpled in. Some of the most important ones have been rebuilt with actual frost and snow, with solid ice brought by the spirit of winter. It is, now that you know how that has happened, a bit unsettling. You hear the footsteps and feel the tremble of the mountain as the skeletal and zombie horde of dead giants and dwarves now rises about you. What would you guys like to do?
Panic.
That is a free action to panic.
Thank you.
When we tagged Treasure in, might we have gotten a short rest?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Oh my god.
You're huddled yourselves into this small storehouse that was not big enough to really hold any actual giants or even dwarves. Sort of like an outdoor pantry to one of the local stores. And the goods in it have all since lost their value. But it was a safe enough place for you guys to bunker down through some castings of message and sort of sending. Groups are able to reconvene there. And so you guys have had the chance to gather a short rest.
Is it a free action to complain about how cold it is? Because I am not a happy tiefling.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so
I'm- Back up to health was all I was saying. Carry on.
and I'm so sorry. You said we were how far from the place where the Jarl's final stand was?
You had to backtrack a couple of giant blocks. I'm going to have each of you roll me a d6. Yep, everybody roll me a d6. Give me your number.
3.
1.
3.
Does that include me or just the folks that were
That
resting?
includes you. You are now with them. You
Cool.
Welcome to the party, Treasure.
1.
1. All right, so there you go. Plus the 3 blocks you guys had to backtrack. That is 11. You are essentially 11 giant-sized blocks from the northern gate. And looking out towards the northern gate as you guys were making your escape, call it, you can see that is where the primary assault came from, right? That is where that was where the first stand was. There's definitely a greater amount of destruction on that side of the town. So, go ahead, Meg.
Does that mean that there's like rubble and such for us to hide?
There is, yeah. There's a
Okay.
fair amount of destruction, definitely between here and there. Not just in the buildings, but it spills out into the streets. Many of the streets are sort of blocked and obstructed. As you guys are making your way up there, I think what I'd like to do is a skill challenge for traveling to that northern area, right? What I'd like to do for this first is let's, I think we're going to do it similar to our stealth infiltration challenge that we did at the Hobgoblin camp. So if everyone will make me a stealth check first and foremost, because I'm assuming you're all attempting to be stealthy. Unless you would prefer to attempt to outrun the giants.
No, thank you. Especially with all the tools we have at our disposal right now, we have, as a group, never been sneakier. I feel like some of us can make up for the treasure of it all. No offense, like I feel like you know that. And figure it out.
Okay. So
And if you're in our Discord, and you're a sub, there's an entire channel where you get to see these rolls live, just as a reminder to people.
absolutely. All right. What did we get?
I'm still rolling. One moment.
All right.
I know. Let me roll it.
The slow D&D Beyond.
Mm.
That's the one thing we may have to reconsider for D&D Beyond for the PvP.
Yeah.
Just because there are regularly moments when it's like, I don't want to roll dice.
12.
12. Okay.
Dirty 20.
Thank you.
29.
12.
12. All right. Well, hail.
That noise is terrifying.
As you guys begin to stealth, you can hear on the frozen wind the sort of howling voice that had emanated from that frozen shaman. And the wind itself seems to be almost following you, almost attempting to usher the giants and the skeletons to your position. Okay. Now, as you have seen, this winter spirit has the ability to possess frozen giants or frozen skeletons, but only one at a time. That is good. So it seems as though they are, whatever that is, attempting to direct the search parties to you. Now, the giants and the skeletons themselves have very poor passive perception. Okay? So even as you are underfoot almost, you guys are finding way. You are still relatively stealthy. So what that means is this: the passive perception of the winter spirit is a 26. It was very high, but the passive perception of all the minions that are hunting you guys is an 8 and a 9. You all beat those. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the difficulty of the other skill challenges because the Winter Spirit can see 3 of you, essentially, or knows where 3 of you are. So it's going to try to hinder you in that response. You guys have 4 failures before you drop into combat. Okay? Because you succeeded against all of the actual combatants, as it were. Okay? Appropriate skills for this that I can think of off the top of my head are athletics. They're definitely athletics. Survival for directions. You may be able to use performance or deception skills to create distractions to get yourselves a success back if you guys fail something, right? Because they are individual. Do remember, you don't need to roll stealth anymore. Stealth is taken care of. Okay, acrobatics and any other creative uses that you guys have, if you have spells or abilities or things like that that you want to take advantage of, now is the time and opportunity for you to do that. Fable, is there something you'd like to share with the class?
Yes, I got a message that my Amazon package had been delivered, and the picture that they used is my cat trying to eat the bag. So I'll be right back. I'll roll my thing first.
Okay.
And I'll come rescue.
What would you like to start with?
Can I perform, please?
So
Or decept. If we're only doing one per person, if I performing means Meg can't, I'll decept.
we're doing so you guys have 4 failures. You're gonna need to get, I'm gonna say, 7 successes.
Great.
But the performance and deception are more for getting a success back, but I'll let you do one for timing purposes on this one.
Right,
Okay.
I'll do that.
What are you doing in your performance?
Well, instead, I mean, like, I will happily save that for later then, and I'll use acrobatics instead. If that was a option,
Yeah.
I'll acrobat. Okay, cool.
Acrobatics is a
You know the threshold of success?
So the threshold for a success at this point is. Give me one moment. Is a. I apologize, my mind keep going blank. 14 at the moment.
Then I failed.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 10 and I'm out of luck. Because we short rested instead of long resting.
Okay.
Because we couldn't have long rested. That wasn't meant to be snarky at anything. No. I'm just mad at me and my dice. I forgot that the dice roller hates me. I'm using real dice. Fuck that.
All right. So as Fable goes darting between these particular groups of frost giants, right? She takes a leap, grabs onto one of the outstretched bones, and sort of tries to kind of high bar roll her way through. And as she lands, a bit of the frozen floor kind of cracks and splinters, the sounds of which are loud enough to perk up the frozen ears of the frost giant as she turns about, ducking into a corner. You can go ahead and save the cat, or save your shoes from the cat.
It's not the shoes, it's the chargers, the phone charger things. But
Those
yes,
two.
I don't want him choking on the plastic.
Megan.
Sarai's going to use Mage Hand to sweep up behind us as we go, trying to obscure tracks.
Okay. That sounds good.
Survival?
Yeah, please. Let's do a survival check.
19.
Okay. Yeah, nicely done. As you guys are making your way down this second alley, the wind attempts to draw the attention to the tracks, and Megan with the Saride. Good God, I know who people are. Saride with the mage hand begins to pile it back over very carefully and skillfully.
You know the in the animated Disney Alice in Wonderland, the little the dog.
Sure. Yeah.
That erases the path, but it's that.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good.
Because she's still in spring, so.
On board. Talroth.
All right, seeing Saride doing all that takes my idea out of the equation then. Would it be possible to try to use maybe sleight of hand to just throw some rocks down another street to kind of distract them?
I'll take it. Yeah, let's do it.
That's a 27.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is a success. You actually are able, with just sort of a halfling-sized sling rock, to get a good wing on it and ping into the side of this building, and it's nigh on this avalanche that sort of carves out and falls, drawing the attention away from you guys. So nicely done. As you guys are going, you've made your way through three of those giant-sized blocks. At this point, you can hear the heavy footsteps as they Metal Gear Solid guard their way around this town, attempting to locate you. Treasure.
Well, I'm not going to try to be fancy about it. I'm cold. I'm not happy to be here, so let's just try to athletics our way through this.
All right, just taking a full bull run down the alley, attempting to outspeed all of them.
18.
18. Okay, yeah, absolutely. With the 18, you go dashing across and open up part of this frozen wall. The rest of your team comes in behind you, you guys ducking low, just as a frozen skeleton sort of comes peering by. Hold your breath for just a moment as the cracking bones step past you down another street. We are back up to Fable.
I'd like to try to get a success back now. Now I'll do the deception thing, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll real dice.
Okay.
Not these electronic monstrosities that hate me. I'm not bitter at all. Good, a natural 18. It likes me better. Shiny math rocks better. And that was deception, so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Okay. 24. Nicely done. Yeah, you guys continue to distract these very dim monstrosities, these undead minions of the winter spirit. But that is not going to count as a success towards creating progress. That you can either create progress or you can take back your loss.
I'd like to take back my loss because I am sure that more of us will fuck up.
Okay. So you guys are back up to
Probably even me.
4 opportunities. The one thing I'm going to say for this skill challenge is you cannot repeat a skill. Somebody can repeat the skill you've done, but you cannot use the same skill
I can't just do
twice.
deception 19 times in a row.
Correct.
Got it.
Yep. So we are over to Saride.
I would like to do a medicine check on everybody to make sure that we're keeping doing the Batman Begins, we're keeping our torso warm.
Okay.
And the arms and legs will take care of themselves.
I'm going to save that for you. That's not part of this skill challenge but I will say when you do that later, I will let you give advantage to the Constitution saving throw against exhaustion because you guys are nearing your first hour here in the town, and for every hour you're here, you have to roll against the weather. Do remember it's negative 40 degrees plus a wind chill. So
my Florida brain can't even comprehend. So
that's not a real number, and I lived in Virginia. That sounds fake. It sounds like a lie. Wizards, get your shit together. That's too cold.
Then can I do a nature check to make sure we're stepping on solid snow?
okay, yeah,
Okay.
I'll accept that. That sounds good.
Nine.
9 is not enough. Seeing this portion of the street that is mostly frozen over, but oddly enough does catch just the most light throughout the day. It shimmers as it looks like liquid, which doesn't make sense because everything here should be frozen. And as you guys, Sarite checks it out, you're thinking it's gonna be good, and at the first few steps in there, the ice sort of cracks, and there is this splash, which is very distinct sound here in the Frozen Fjord. But as you're looking around, making your way, I will say, you realize it's because the sunlight is reflecting through this frozen bit of ice, sort of creating a lens effect. It really burns through this portion of the road. Look at that, justifying weirdness. Let's do it. Talroth, what do you got?
Wonder if I could do maybe like I don't know if it'd be survival or perception. Maybe see if there's a way if I can figure out where the giants will be coming from to kind of cut across them and just avoid them entirely.
I like it. Let's do a perception check for that. Yeah.
12.
12. Okay.
Unless passive counts, which passive is 18.
Not for this. Not for a skill check. And unless you next time if you want to use your passive, I have to roll the giant against. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So that is useful. We can do that in some way because I'm finding ways to utilize those passives more and more. But for this instance, we're gonna say no. So you guys are down to 2 opportunities left. Treasure, get us back on the board.
Okay. Can I try to get us back one of those chances, even though I wasn't the one that failed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Then I'm going to attempt to use some of my persuasion to make it, let's see, how would I do it? With my thaumaturgy to make it look like this was a natural occurrence that the rocks fell.
I'm gonna say that's not persuasion. That's a performance check.
Performance, okay. I will still use that.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, that is a 14 plus 4 for a total 18.
That is enough. Absolutely. Back up to 3 opportunities. You guys have had 3 successes. You're about halfway there. But as you've made your way back past the midway point in the town, you're now on the northern side of the town. Sort of back where that, not back exactly where the church was, but back on that end of the town. And this is where you're having trouble because there are far more giants here. There are more skeletons. It is just thicker than it was on the southern portion. So that's why you guys are struggling. Okay. At the end of this round, you're going to have to make your Constitution check. Okay, and that'll be separate. So it's a minute every check we're doing. Like this is a lengthier process than what we have condensed it down in. All right, Fable.
I would very much like to attempt this time an Arcana check. Because if this winter spirit thing is magic based, I'd like to know if there's somewhere we think we can hide from it. Like, there's like a foot of stone, like blocks, whatever. Like, I just want to know if we know what kind of magic it is, and if maybe that will help us hide from it a little better. If it's a scrying based thing, if we can hug a wall, maybe we'll know.
Sure.
We'll be able to hide from it better.
Okay. Go for it.
That was exceptionally cocked. I apologize. Okay. Not great, but it's a real number. 11. Not even 12. 11. Fuck.
I will go ahead and tell you, I'm not going to count that as a failure because it doesn't move forward or backwards.
Okay.
Because the truth is, no, there is no place that you can hide. It is a divine spirit, and it has a divine wisdom perception. It is part air and snow. It is winter itself. So, that's what you learn. But you weren't really moving around. You're trying to figure something out. So ride.
I'm just gonna acrobatics.
Okay.
Try to skip along. Got
Okay.
nothing else.
All right. Give it a shot.
Six.
Okay. That's going to inch us closer to combat. I know you know, but I still have to say it. All right. Over to Talroth.
Would I be able to try some kind of survival check to maybe, trying to figure out the way to word it, like kind of similar to what Sarai was doing before about just checking the ice, but seeing if maybe there's something we can use to kind of just duck behind for a second to kind of cut across, or maybe
Navigate some sort of shortcut. Yeah, absolutely. I'm good with that. Let's do it.
$16.
That's enough. Yeah. All right. That gets you guys up to 5. 2 away. You have 1 failure left. Treasure, what do you got?
Let's try and get one of our failures back. Let's go ahead and do a deception.
Okay.
Going to try to mimic just the sound of them actually marching. So like, oh, it's just another one of us.
Okay.
I'm heavy enough for it, so.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, thank God. 19.
19. Okay. There you go. I need everybody to make me a Constitution saving throw DC 13.
Am I helping? Because
Are you gonna so it's gonna take you? You can do your medicine check now, but that's gonna be your next turn. And Fable should have advantage already because she is resistant to cold.
So do I need to make a medicine check first?
Medicine check first, please.
Thank you for the advantage, so I didn't have to take it at a natural one.
A
this is better
24.
than
That is enough. Yeah, so you give yourself Talroth and Treasure advantage on this Constitution saving throw.
Yes, thank God. But now it is 22.
22 is enough. DC 13.
11.
Okay,
21.
that's enough.
22.
All right. Saride, you take 1 point of exhaustion. So you have disadvantage on ability checks.
But you fucking saved everybody else in the meantime.
Just make sure you drag my corpsicle back to Thozen.
All right.
She'll just no. I'll just quietly. It's gonna heat her up. It's Thozen's naked in the background, warmth in the loins, and she'll thaw. Like
It's too cold. I can't be bothered.
that's fair.
Babel, we're back to you. We are at 1-1, I believe.
I know.
Or no.
No pressure.
2-2. Treasure got one back, so you guys are at 2-2.
Since I have not done this yet, and I want to buy us a cushion of some kind. Now I would like to make a performance check
Okay.
to, having seen the idea that Kez had, instead try to make it seem as though we are going in a different direction than we are.
Okay.
Throwing my voice, throwing the sounds, throwing, whatever. Making it sound like it's off stage instead of right here.
Okay. So we're going to see if you get a success or a failure on this one. This is not to recover anything, because at some point you guys have to make progress or you have
24.
There you go. All right. One more success needed, Talroth.
Okay, I've used sleight of hand, I've used survival, I've used perception. Yeah, let's biggity bounce with acrobatics.
All right. Let's do it.
12.
12 is just not enough. The floor being very unstable here. Talroth gets a good running vault, and as his hands hit the pile of rubble, just sort of falls out from underneath him. He goes tumbling down across the floor. The giants come over to inspect. With the elven cloak up over his head, Talroth just lays very, very still, and they just step over him. They kind of look around, kick the rocks a little bit, and then just keep moving.
This is exactly that moment from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
This is Frodo and Sam in the rock slide outside the gates.
There you go.
King move.
All right, Fable.
I am a
no.
rock on the ground. Watch how I lay.
Yes. Treasure.
Did Saride get a turn?
She
medicine.
did her medicine check
medicine.
to give you guys
That's what it was.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay.
It was out of order, but yeah.
This is probably a terrible idea, but I don't got a whole lot left. So, I'm going to And my terrible ideas haven't been as terrible as I've thought they've been. Let's be completely honest.
There you go.
Going to attempt acrobatics.
Okay.
I said attempt because let's see how this goes. Not terribly. I don't think I made it though. Yeah, no, I didn't. 10 on the dot.
10 is not enough. So, following Tauroth's lead, Treasure takes a run at the pile of rubble. Her hooves thudding against the ground ever so quietly. She jumps. Her hands hit the rocks, and they just slide hard out from underneath her. She comes thumping down onto the ground, ever so near Talroth, about 30 feet in the midst of this, not in the midst of this alley. Let's see, 3 frozen skeletons, frost giant skeletons, are going to turn, and two frost giant skeletons are going to turn and see you guys and begin your approach. We're going to flip for initiative. Bad guys are on a 10. Towerloth's initiative luck continues to fail. I see the ace. We're going to start right there, Fable.
Thank you. That's why I wasn't trying to go into chat. I assumed you'd see it. So, they're coming. They're coming. Great. Amazing. I'm going to fight now. Bonus action, Mantle of Flame. Back up on myself. Thank you. And flame on. And for our new viewers, this tiny ice genasi is wreathed in blue flame now, and just kind of looks at the. I suggest we fucking run, and just hoping you all will just book the fuck out of there. She is going to yeet a chromatic orb at one of them. Yeah, let's do. Luckily, I didn't burn through that many spells last game, because I use the wand a lot. All right, so I'm going to attempt to get a chromatic orb off the ground.
All right, let's do it.
I'm rolling a second level one, by the way.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, that's a natural 19 plus all my shit.
Yeah,
so, good.
that is gonna hit. Armor class of
Yes.
14 on these skeletons.
Thank you, 14. And this is going to be fire damage, obviously.
Hmm.
It says it's acid on the thing, but it's wrong. So that is, and I get to treat the 1 as a 2, so that is 18, 19, 20, 21 points of fire damage to whichever one looks like it's in the lead.
All right, yeah, the first one that comes stomping its way towards there, out of the corner, catches a burst of flame. Up next is the bad guys were on a 10. I am out of that chat, so they are up next, correct? Awesome, thank you guys. So, the first frost giant, as Treasure is getting up to her feet, the first one is going to come swinging in with its great axe for two great axe attacks. The natural 5 is not going to be enough to hit. However, 9 plus 9 for 18.
Meets beats.
Yes, it does. All right. So, that is big slam of this skeleton. The massive axe, 3d12 plus 6 of bludgeoning, or of slashing damage. So that is 23 points of slashing damage, but your Great Armor Master should, I believe, reduce that by 3. So, 20 points of damage. And the second one is going to grab a hold of a... oh no, these guys don't have a rock attack. So it's just going to come over and try to axe Fable in the face. Double axe for Fable. Fable, I'm going to give you half cover, so +2 to your armor class. Because you were still in the alley, or still in the building, so was Saride.
Yep.
Alright. A 9 + 9 for an 18 is the higher.
That will definitely hit. My armor class is, hold on. My armor class is 15.
The other one's a 16. So
yeah, the armor class is 15. They're both going to take 3 points of fire damage, remember?
Okay. Sounds good. So that skeleton is going to take points of fire damage twice. That is going to be 22 points of slashing damage plus...
I am going to use my reaction, actually.
Okay.
I forgot I have this because of the tattoo.
Okay.
Shadowy defense. When you take damage, you can use your reaction to become insubstantial for a moment, halving the damage you take. Then the reaction can't be used again until the next sunset. That's
Okay.
fine with me, but however, this feels like the time.
All right.
It feels like the time, so I'm
you
going to
are...
use it.
There you go. You are only going to take 11 points of damage for that one, and for the second attack. It is 25.
Fuck, yeah, because I was only unsubstantial for that moment. Alright, it's fine. Ow. Ow! Ow! Fuck! In hell!
Okay.
They better be running!
Up next is Treasure.
And we are running, correct? Then I am getting onto my hooves and hauling ass.
Okay.
My girl!
Make
Fucking go!
me an athletics check.
That is a total 16.
Okay. And make me a stealth check. We're just doing this as a escape check, right? So, you would be at disadvantage.
I'm already at disadvantage. I clink.
That's fine. You stay there. So,
I rolled the same thing either way. Both 13s. So 15 total.
yeah, you are effectively out of combat. You go dashing away from the giant skeleton that was right underneath you. Its slow lumbering gaze loses you as you go scrambling into one of the nearby buildings. It's going to come looking for you, but these things are not great at searching for people. So there is that. Up next, Tauroth.
All right, so just so I know where I am, I had fallen into the rocks, but Saride and Fable are still in the alley, and Treasure just booked it into one of the houses to get away.
Yeah, so you're like in the middle of the alley, near this rock pile that you guys were vaulting over. Fable and Saride were in the building. They hadn't made the attempt yet, essentially, and Treasure just made it across the alley, right? So you can, running forward towards Fable would continue the path.
All right, and seeing Treasure running from a fight, seeing Fable trying to run away, yeah, just book it. Move, dash, bonus action stealth.
Okay. Well, let's do an athletics check, just to get going, and a stealth check.
Can I make an argument for acrobatics?
I'll allow it, yeah.
All right, so that's 23 on the acrobatics.
Okay.
And a 30 on stealth.
Okay, and you are at disadvantage. It should be a flat, if you had advantage before, a flat roll. So.
Okay, so looking at the rolls on D&D Beyond, the 19 would have been the first roll, because the second roll was an 11. So
I literally don't think you can roll a 9, so you're fine. But just keeping the rules even for everybody. All right, so Tauroth and Treasure have made their way across. They've lost sight of them. Saride, you have cover from the near skeleton. There's one in the alley you're going to try to bolt across if you are running, or you can try to run a different direction, but you'll be splitting up from from the other two members of the party.
Is everyone within 30 feet of me?
No, the only person that is within 30 feet of you now is Fable. The other two have already made their escape.
Okay, well, no. Okay. Fuck. First of all, just fuck. And,
Just
I
right now in
will-
the middle of the winter? I thought it was too cold for that.
you know, changing my mind. I'm just, fuck.
Eldrin are nothing if not changeable.
It's the lesson of the Eldrin. Move as it goes, or something. I'm just gonna run.
Okay. You get your athletics check at, because these skeletons haven't seen you.
Everything I do is a disadvantage.
Right. So you're gonna be flat rolls for your. You can have athletics or acrobatics, and the second one is a stealth check. So it's up to you.
But I'm exhausted, so everything's.
Correct.
But you will get advantage because they're not looking at you, so it'll be
Yeah.
a flat
Oh,
roll.
I'm understanding. Okay.
Yes. So yeah. Whereas the other three members of the party were exposed, essentially, they have trouble escaping now. You had never been.
I made myself big
Insane.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Because
You know what?
damage.
Then you know what I'm gonna do?
Frost giant.
Bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna touch Fable, say tag you're it, and spring her forward 30 feet so she can get with the others.
Okay.
And then I will.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you. Yeet.
10.
Okay. And your stealth check.
$17.
Okay. So what this means is that you touch Fable. She jumps with your face step across the alley. You grab the bottom of your dress. You hike it up. You begin to take a run. The giant skeleton one of them that you have to run past, right? Kind of did this athletics or acrobatics check, sort of like an old school disengage check, because there's so many of them, right? And it's part of the idea. So that they are going to get an attack of opportunity, but should you survive, you make it to the other side, you are hidden and out of their sight.
It's the should you survive that makes me anxious.
It is, I don't know what her hit points are, and I always like to err on the side of death. 23 is the number to hit, so you are going to take 21 points of slashing damage.
If I hadn't healed, I would have been unconscious.
Well, glad you healed.
Do you have any idea how traumatic it would have been to Fable if you had yeeted her out of the way and then died there? She would add a list. She already has a list for Clever Stitch of all the times the fucking cat has died in front of me. She doesn't want to start one for anyone else.
We're just saying, man. It's a good way to go, right?
All right. The only people need to... Well, let's all flip a card. Matters if Fable is above me. All right, she is. I don't think there's anything else you guys can really do for Fable, unless you want to Bardic Inspire her or something like that. Meg?
No.
Okay. Then Fable, make your stealth check.
I shall, thank you. Thank you, stealth advantage. Thank you, tattoo.
Which would have been a disadvantage if you were still in melee with the...
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
That's going to be a 24.
All right. With that, you guys effectively escape from these frozen skeletons and come dashing into... we do not need... No, thank you. Come dashing into a long yard house that has enough cover for you to effectively come scrambling past You hear the skeletons struggling to get inside, and you dip your way into another side room nearby. And as you make your way up to the second giant floor, so probably 30 feet up air, get a good look. And from here, you can see the remnants of the Frost Giant battle. And very much the way Heldrin had described it, there is a pile of bones and corpses, dragon and giant and dwarf alike, with other trolls and mountain kin that had been brought to bear. The gates battered in, the walls mostly broken. You can see the skeletons down below, still hunting. Some of the frost giants lumbering on edges. You guys can attempt to take another short rest here. Would like. You're gonna have to make another Constitution saving throw.
Then just power through.
From here, can we make can I make a perception check to see if I can see the crown, the helm?
Okay, yeah.
Is that perception?
Yeah, it's got at this distance. It's gonna be perception. You're not close enough to really do investigation. Investigation has, to my mind, more somatic components, right? You're kind of getting down. You're looking at things. You're touching stuff. You're running your hands along the, it's that.
I lick it and now it's mine.
Yeah.
14.
14. At this distance, no. Even with your tremendous passive perception, it's a lot of wind, it's a lot of snow, and it's a lot of bone, and it not a lot of it looks terribly distinct at the moment. You're not sure if this is exactly how the battle ended, or if this is their version of like cleaned up. But for whatever reason, there are definitely corpses down there that are not moving, that are not reanimated as undead.
Okay.
Treasure's gonna reach over and pat Talroth and be like, "From now on, you do the cartwheels."
Well, like I told you last time I tried teaching you how to do them, the armor weighs you down. Fuck, it's cold.
I feel that.
Bit stress happening on Meg's end. Concerned. Under the bones, correct? Cody?
That's what you were told, or just in the biggest pile of bones.
That's what I was trying to make sure. No time like the present to just go bone spelunking, is it?
I mean, I got an idea. I can attach you guys to a rope, and if you guys give me a tug, I can pull you out real quick before anything decides to try to swing at you.
I mean, to be fair, though, we've got to go in on their way. We got to go in whether things are swinging at it or not. So we might as well go in prepared to fight, and sort of see what happens. As much as I am one who usually appreciates an abundance of caution, she looks at Sarwide, who is starting to free, and she thinks back to Sirach's wings and all these things. The longer we stay in here, the worse it is. So I think the time for extra care for planning is going out the damn window. We just have to jump and be prepared to deal with whatever comes.
Yes, true. And idea, the whole thing that brought the spirit here, right, was that they made a deal for it. They summoned it. What if we summon it for a one-on-one, and then we only have to deal with, big bad spirit of winter, and not all of the minions it raises?
We could do that. Also, what if we summoned it with a different... Does it make a pact? Would we be able to summon it to go fight for us instead of against us? Send it down the tunnel first to bite things for us. I don't know. A mistake? I'm looking for input from the voice of God at this point.
Can I?
Oh, you need to make some checks to understand what, whether, I mean, that's a character idea. I don't have a person there to talk to you, so.
Can I try something?
Sure.
Of course I can. I can do whatever the fuck I want. It's D&D. Can I kneel and pray to Branos? Hi Branos, it's me, your girl, and ask if he will intercede on our behalf for Thozen, his most beloved servant. And maybe send, I realize we are in winter ad nauseum, but maybe send us some heat, like a spring or a summer, something or other that we can throw at it.
All right.
Are you asking for an elemental javelin that has been precharged with fire? And we've done this already. We know one exists.
Not a javelin. I'm asking for a big bad fire something to go fuck
I'm
with
right
the spirit of winter, a bigger one. I'm asking for the spirit of summer to fuck with the spirit of winter.
Well,
That's how you get
now
the
those are two different things. What you just described. You as an Eladrin would know. There are seasonal spirits and fey entities that others enter into pacts with. You never needed to or wanted to. That's like making a deal with your dorm roommate. You know, you yeah. Come on. So that is different. You have no special connection to Branos, but you do have a special connection to Thozen. So what I am going to do is this. I'm gonna first, I would like you to describe to me how you attempt this ritual, and what sort of offerings you bring, and then I'm gonna have you make probably a persuasion check. And if we get that, if it goes well, if he likes what's going on, what I'm going to do is essentially let you roll for divine intervention, and that is a percentile. You have to roll under your level.
We just skipping class rules and everything, and I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy.
It seems very, very unlikely that Branos can even hear you, but we're going to give it a shot. So, tell me of your ritual.
So she's going to kneel and pull. She has this weird collection of spices in her bag. So she's pulling out the pepper, the curry powder, the cinnamon, all of the heated spices,
Okay.
and she's going to light a little bit of fire, like a small, not a big torch, not a big hey we're here, but a small something, and keep it in a smallish container so that she can, like a canteen or something, so she can hold it. And
Would she like me to light it on fire for her?
no, she's got like tinder and shit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. She needs to do it herself because Branos is the god of forging. She needs to craft this herself to show enterprise and devotion. And she's going to fuck it. She'll take out the earring that Thozen made that she's currently wearing and put it in the fire.
Okay.
I don't think it's hot enough to burn it, but if it does, so be it. He can make me another one, or just whatever. Lord Branos, I am not one of your own, but everything that I am belongs to one of your servants. And I beg you, on his behalf, to help us now, that we might return to him, that I might return to his side, and prove a faithful partner to him for the rest of his life, so long as you let him walk on these earths. Please.
All right, make a persuasion check.
I think Meg just wrote my wedding vows. Shit. I'm emotional.
I am not invoking Branos at your wedding. I'm not having that
Why?
conversation at all.
Oh, right, my family. Never mind. Don't.
22.
All right.
People, it's like the DM smile is a thing. For me, it's the inhale, lean back. That's the. Okay.
All right, let's see. Okay. Apparently, your
Say it.
Okay, hold on one second. I'm reading something.
All of us in this
So-
moment are just the goblins in the closet. Say it. She has to say it.
Make me a religion check, Saride.
Shit. It wasn't a 22. It's supposed to be a disadvantage. I have to roll again.
Okay.
No, it was a 22. Okay. Now, religion.
Yeah, please make me a religion check.
$19.
Okay. If you can find or make some sort of approximation of the lighting of a furnace or a forge, you can roll for divine intervention. There is a legend of Branos that comes from the progenitor gods, that during the grip of eternal winter, it was faith in the forge and the flame that carried them through the cold. So
I'm so excited. Does this have to be now? Can I help you, or is this still
you guys can help her create light some sort of. It needs to be like a forge or a furnace or like a home fire of some kind. Difficult to find in the world of frost giants. Tauroth.
Well, what I was going to ask is, while all that was going on, if I can look at some of the other buildings nearby to see if they're made out of stone or wood or what kind of, it's like, basically the idea I have is to kind of point Fable towards one of them and say, can you set that on fire?
Okay. Yeah, make me a perception check.
I'm insulted you'd have to ask.
15.
It should just be, go set that thing on fire. Okay.
Okay.
Well, seeing as I wasn't sure what the buildings were made out of, so if it was stone, I'm not going to have Fable just like do it.
Right.
And I'm just like, wow, that ain't working.
Okay.
I mean, fine.
So you look out across the buildings, and because of your archaeology background, make me a history check.
That's an 11.
11. Okay. You don't see a forge. Most of these buildings are made of stone. They are made of bone. They are made of leather and wood. There are some metal, like rivets to things. They definitely have metal axe heads, but you haven't seen a sword here. And that's as much as I can give you with what you have rolled.
Just to clarify what my intention was.
Yeah.
because while Sarada was doing the whole ritual, not knowing what she was doing,
Yeah.
my whole thought was finding a building maybe across the street or a little further away from us.
Yeah.
To set that on fire to be a distraction for all the giants while we book it to everything else.
Okay, so yes, there is enough wood on the roofs and walls and framing of one of these longhouses that Fable could potentially set it on fire. It is frozen wet wood, though. So
That was my concern.
difficult to catch without some sort of accelerant on it.
Oh, hey, like, hold on, I have equipment. Oh, like lantern oil that I have had in my fucking bag from the very goddamn beginning of the
Why do
Never
you
had-
have oil? You are the one person that shouldn't be carrying around a bag of gasoline. What the hell?
my back.
I mean, it's useful, but oh man, we are bad party members. We should never have. Anyone else should have been holding that. Anyone else.
So let's picture this scene then. Fable is just, you're all sitting arguing about natural accelerants or magical accelerants, and she just casually pulls out this oil skin. Do you mean like this?
That might work out perfectly. Okay, we're gonna need some rags. Okay, we can rig some of this to bows. Just kind of arrows, launch them over there.
Listen. I have a feeling. We can have some fun. So right, do you have any more of that invisibility left in the strings today?
I do, yeah.
I could just go over there. And if I'm using Ignite, it's not a spell, and it's not technically an attack, so I wouldn't even reappear. I can go.
It's an action, though, right?
It's an action, but you can take actions. You can move, you can walk, you can do all the things. You can't, I don't believe, attack or, like, spell cast. Like, I believe that should be fine if I just go over, and because Ignite is just the racial ability, and if it's already prepped in like a normal fire, I shouldn't have to cast anything. I can just do. We discussed it at length last week what Ignite did.
Yes,
So
it does ignite non-magical objects. What I will tell you is this: for this instance, I would allow you to do it, but any attempt to weaponize this action will betray the magic of invisibility.
Exactly, and that's, I'm not trying to weaponize it at all. I'm trying to stealth
But
over.
I have to establish that precedent.
Yes, thank you. I want to stealth over, make the fire happen, and then I can stealth back while you guys are busy. Because if we yeet it, there's a possibility that something like this spirit is smart enough to see the trajectory. Y'all can start moving and I'll start moving the opposite direction, and you guys can just tell me which building you're picking, tell me where you're going, and I'll meet you there. But I can, and just without casting a spell, without causing problems, in a pinch, if it for some reason doesn't work, then I'll cast a spell and I'll fucking run. But you'll know that I'm running. Like, I'll make it, you'll hear them coming, like, whatever. But
Would I know if her doing that would be an acceptable furnace for Branos?
A bonfire would be acceptable.
Or should I try? Because my other idea was to set a bottle of wine, like
So during the festival that is associated with these holidays, usually people do bonfires from sunset to sunrise. So this could work, but you would probably need to be there or be the one to do it, since you're attempting to make the invocation.
Then let me. I'll do it. Don't worry about it. You save that for something else.
it was mostly... Alright, as long as they're able to also do the flint and do the everything without it becoming a weapon. So you don't reappear.
Yeah, flint and steel is not gonna.
I'm doing this for religious reasons.
Similar
So
idea.
some people go to war, so you can't really use that. You can weaponize religion. Let's not have that conversation.
All right.
So I'm gonna meet you guys over by the bone pile, right? Or right? Because that's where we need to go to find the helm.
Do we want to start getting into that bone pile while you're on your way for that? Try to get in and out quicker?
No. I don't think we should go all the way down without our hashtag not healer.
No, go. Seriously. When you're about to go, I'll give you all a quick little boost. And in theory, this little altar that I make will also act as a distraction.
My concern is this. Divine intervention will lift your invisibility. Do you have to do it while you're at the forge? If yes, someone needs to stay in range of you to help.
Help me how? You can't help me pray.
I can help you pray, but I can help you fend them off if they come for you. The whole point of this is to make a distraction big enough that they will come. So I'm not about to leave you there by yourself. If you casting a divine intervention is going to break your invisibility on yourself, then we can't just leave you alone, which means, I hate to see it, we may have to split the party for a moment. Send the two of them down, and I will stay closer. I'll stay hidden so you can do the invisibility, but I'll stay close enough that you've got a sniper.
I appreciate this, I do, but they need you too. You can help them.
If it was me, you wouldn't let me stay alone if my life depended on it. I know you haven't in the past, so you're not staying there alone.
I'm not staying anywhere. I'm going to do what I need to do, and then I'm going to, believe me, I'm not staying there a minute longer, and then I'm coming to all of you. And I can do this, and I need to do this. I want to, please.
I'm letting you do it. I'm saying I'm staying an eye shot of you. That's it. I'm staying where I can fucking see you.
I'm invisible, you can't see shit, so...
Exactly. So hopefully I continue to not see you. But if I do, I'll be able to help fight things off while you run. That's it. We're not letting them die in this.
I'm not trying to die.
I know. Then let me watch over you.
Okay, so here's my thing. If I'm invisible, you can't see me.
I know, but the minute you cast
if it drops invisibility, then I'm having to run with you as opposed to just running by myself.
I'm planning on being halfway between the two things. I'm not coming up there with you. I don't want to call. I'm planning on being here halfway between so I can see both things and snipe things away from you if they're chasing you. That was it.
How far is my makeshift altar from the bone pile? Sentences I love to say.
So, you guys, the bone pile from your building is, I'm going to say 300 feet. Okay? Probably 100 feet to the column of wood that you're going to try to light. And the distance between them is probably 350. That is a decent amount of range that you guys can walk it in a minute. It's far enough away to distract some people, but if I put it much further away, like, we're really splitting the party. So.
Perfect.
Yep. Okay. So Tyroth and Treasure, you guys are off to the bone pile.
Before we split, Mantle of Inspiration, 8 hit points.
Thank you,
30
Tim.
feet of movement.
All right. Can I have everybody make me a stealth check? Sarai, are you casting invisibility on yourself?
Yes.
Should last for an hour, but that'll take your disadvantage to normal. Well, you had advantage before. Disadvantage brought it to normal, and then the invisibility should bring you back up to advantage? Yeah, I believe that. That's the way we do it. I don't know if advantage and disadvantage just honestly cancel each other out no matter how many instances you have, but you're good.
Yeah.
So stealth checks, everybody.
A 14. Nope, a 16. Sorry, forgot to add them.
18.
27.
10.
Okay. You guys set off on your mutual paths, taking the temporary hit points, the slight boost of speed that Sarai affords you. Babel, yes?
I'm going to stay 100 feet, approximately 100, 120 feet back from the place that Zoraida is going.
Okay.
Just I'm not getting any closer than that unless I have to, but hidden 100 feet away.
Okay. Hidden and 100 feet away, 200 feet from the bone. 250 feet from the bone pile. You guys separate out. Tauroth and Treasure, are you guys waiting for the fire as a signal to start digging, or what is your approach to what is happening?
Still definitely trying to avoid anything that might be watching.
Yeah,
Because
you guys are very stealthy. Tauroth, you are, even the wind doesn't seem to really be bothering you. The spirit of winter seems to have acknowledged and caught sight of Treasure, quote unquote sight. But even with her clanking, the skeletons and the frost giants continue to have a difficult time finding her. So you guys are hidden. Nothing is actively attacking you at this time. You're dodging feet. You know what I mean. You're pulling the rats of Nim, avoiding the humans. So you are hidden. You can see the bone pile. We'll jump forward a little bit in time. You guys are within maybe 20 feet of it. Nearby. There's a few other smaller bone piles. There looks like there are some skeletons and some corpses and some dragon pieces that are just left where they laid, right? And some of these things have kind of been piled up among things, and there's definitely the one that is the biggest, Yeah,
because the main thing that I was concerned about is there any movement in those bone piles or any kind of patrols that are there? Because if the fire goes off and they start moving away, that's when I would probably start booking it over.
Okay, so the bone piles themselves, and in the bone piles, nothing is moving. There are patrols in the area because they are, again, being directed by that spirit of winter to your neighborhood, right? They are kind of following you. So there are patrols. The bone pile's pretty big. Remember, we're talking giant size. You could crawl in there. You don't know what's in there. You don't know if it's safe or not or what have you. You guys could crawl in there. But if those start moving, that is going to draw the patrol's attention.
Yes, I figured this would be something that Treasure and I would have talked about. Just when we see the patrols clear out, we haul ass.
Okay, so you guys are you're gonna jump into the bone pile when the patrols leave to investigate the fire. Understood. Sounds good to me. Let's shift focus. Jump cut to Saride. You are at the corner column of this building. It is deeply frozen wet wood, but it is one of those massive, like, square milled logs with like rivets on the sides and up. It's definitely something you'd see in it's like the log they have in like the world's strongest man competition, right? Like it's just,
Yeah.
like or any of the for a Florida reference, right? Like the Fort Wilderness Disney log cabins that are like oddly pretty, but not like it's weird. Yeah. So that is where you are at. That is what you are looking at. What would you like to do?
She's gonna take the dagger. She has like one weapon out that Thozen fixed when they first met.
Okay.
10,000 years ago. And
is that the one you dipped in adamantine? By
yes.
any chance? Okay. Cool.
She's going to carve into the wood for Thozen, beloved of Branos.
Okay.
Did the earring get destroyed in that fire?
It's not destroyed. It's a little charred.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not destroyed. The little flame or fire you had, I mean, doesn't look pretty at the moment, but if you wanted to sacrifice it, it would still be a worthy offering.
Yeah. Then she's going to actually, like with the back of it, prick her fingers to get some blood on it.
Okay.
And just not in like a Branos requires blood sacrifice, but
Right.
like in a this I can't offer sweat because I'm physically not sweating. So
Yeah.
this
I would
is
be concerned if you were.
she's sweating. We have bigger problems.
Do we?
And she's going like, but that's a bit of her own physical effort,
Sure.
and try to like stick it in the.
Okay.
I realize it's frozen, but try to like knock it in there too.
Sure.
And then she's gonna set it on fire.
Okay. I would
Fable's heart from afar is just happy.
like you to roll me 6d10 or 5d12. 5d12.
$40.
Takes you about 40 minutes. Well, it's a frozen log. And it takes so even just chipping away at it, and because like technically it should be like make an attack roll against the inanimate object and lose your invisibility. So you etch it. You get your thing in there. You're having to go around this building to like put the oil on it, dip the oil on it, and then and so this is a lengthy process. And your friends, you guys would have known, but there's definitely like a should we just go? Let me ask the rest of you as characters. Do you think you need a wisdom saving throw to not just jump into the bone pile?
Oh, them. Sorry.
Or no, Fable, to not just shoot it with fire.
No, Fable knows her job right now is to watch for the enemies, and if they start approaching the isolated, squishy healer out there,
Okay.
to kill them. Like,
Okay.
that's her job right now.
That's
She
fine.
trusts the other two to, if they decide to carefully explore and get themselves killed, that she can only save so many people at once.
Great.
She trusts them enough to not get killed, but also if they choose to wait for them, ideal and great. She trusts that they will have done whatever is best by the time they get back.
Okay.
So do your thing.
Fable is good. I believe it. Tauroth, how you feeling?
I probably have a chat with Treasure when we realize that it's been like, okay, we figure maybe 10 minutes. Cool. 20 minutes. All right. We got down to 30 minutes. Hey, Treasure.
Yeah?
So, I don't know about you, but I kind of need to move because I'm feeling that my hair is just freezing to my ass.
Treasure's gonna pick icicles off of his braid.
Thank you. That one was bothering me.
Have we ever actually seen Saride set fire? Oh God. Does she even know how to set a fire?
That was my
Oh,
question.
I'd say we give it another 10. I can pull out the poker deck.
I was thinking maybe kind of thin some of the herd that's around here. I mean, still got a bow and all. I could just probably pop out a little bit, shoot like some ice off of a roof. Maybe that'll distract them.
I'd prefer not to, only because, man, they hit hard. Have you gotten hit by one of them? I can't take that.
I'm so proud of Treasure right now. Oh my god.
Well, now I got breathed on by one of them, and that sucked.
How about this? If you want to start exploring, I'll keep watch out here. I'll give it another 10. If I need to go in there, I'll go in there. I'll set off an alarm. I got thaumaturgy. I can do that.
All right. Because, yeah, I'm just thinking, I don't know. I just got a feeling that we're losing time on something, and yeah.
Get started. I trust you to get in and out without causing a problem way easier than I could. I mean, I'm about the size of half these bones and bigger. So, that being said, I'll stay out here. I'll be on guard. As soon as I see Fable and Saride, we'll join you. If you need to leave, you join us. If I see there's a problem, I'll sound an alarm.
Sounds good.
Okay. Tyroth, you venture into the bone pile. With the care and caution that you are taking to not disrupt the bones in any visible way. We're going to say it eats up that last 10 minutes, but why don't you make me a investigation check as you are looking.
That's a 14. Passive is 16 if you need it.
Okay, 14. All right, so I will roll for it. Also take the passive. Go. There it is. That's what I need. Okay, sounds good. That is just remind me of that when we get back around to it. Okay. Well, actually, I can tell you as you're digging in there, you do believe you have found the Jarl. There is a distinct knock at the door.
Sorry, thought I heard something outside the window.
You're okay.
It's the zombies. I told you, it's the fear is real, guys. Cody said last week you hear the undead surrounding you, and I went, what? In real life?
Well, no, I meant the window that's right next to me.
Yeah.
I thought I heard something hit it.
Yeah.
I know. It's uncomfortable. That's what I'm saying. It's the zombies. They've come out of the game.
No. You guys, do you want to take a break?
Oh, no. I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's just I didn't hear what you had said because it was like right there.
No, you're good. You do believe that you have heard that you have found potentially the Jarl. There is a frost giant in this pile. The skeleton remains of one, very much similar to the giant that was in the Forge of the Fist, wrestled in and amongst the claws of a dragon. Axe blade is sort of caught between the ribs of the dragon where its heart would have been. It is definitely buried in there, so it's not exactly like you can pull it out, but you have a pretty good idea where it is. Okay. Saride, the column catches fire. Finally.
I have made fire! Ha-ha!
And Saride the Firebringer, I would like you to roll a divine intervention. You need to roll a percentile. You are looking for 8 or lower.
I'm afraid.
77.
Fuck.
But the fire is a good distraction. It does begin to draw the skeletons and zombies that were patrolling the bone pile out of the area. And
Sure, you know what? It also I feel like Brano sort of appreciated it anyway. Like, even if he wasn't listening, or even if he didn't answer, he's probably like, tight, I like that fire.
Those would have appreciated it.
Yeah.
Sopranos could suck it. You're not getting a cleric today, buddy pal.
I like, as she's leaving, you could have had everything. You could have had a cleric. Fuck off.
So I would like Fable and Saride. You guys make me some stealth checks. You have advantage. The giants
Let me know you're back.
are
Fable's
distracted.
just like watching, and
Well, the
you
fi-
haven't reappeared.
When the fire starts, you at least know she's okay.
Yes, I do. It just. Oh, it only lasts for an hour. You probably reappeared as you were coming back to me. Like, fuck.
Not quite. She's still got about 10 minutes left. Yeah,
Good. But yes, stealth, please.
please.
That's a dirty 20.
7.
With advantage.
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Nothing immediately turns on you, Saride, and you do continue to make your way. You guys are outside the bone pile. You are near treasure as you begin to catch up with each other. The fire that is burning is casting smoke up into the sky. You can see it. What would you guys like to do?
May we take a 10?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. We can do that now. So we will be back in just a few minutes. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. But until then, stay tuned. Hey everyone, and welcome back. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Caitlin playing Fable Frost, the Ace Genasi Phoenix Hill Sorcerer.
Megan playing Saride Landir, the Eladrin Glamour Bard.
Maz, I'm playing Talroth Oakenblade, the Wood Elf Scout, buried in bones.
And I'm Kez, and I'm playing Treasure Nightcrafter, the Tiefling Fighter.
All right, everybody. So, you guys, Saride and Fable had just regrouped with Treasure Talroth deep in the pile of bones at the northern gate of the Frozen Fjord, and the wind begins to howl.
Let's put on some howling wind.
Track. Ice Dragon. Does say that.
Yeah, don't do that to us.
Barenlik Drocht. It is literally the land of dragons. The wind begins to pick up, the snow along the ground, bits of frost that have gathered over each of the milk white bones, the frozen on which Arl fell. It's to chill each of you. Exactly. Teeth rattle. Mind racks in pain. And stepping out, flurry blizzards, coalescing against the snow, is a monstrous abomination of creatures. Legs like a goat, of a ram, body, great arms, ready, there, its face like that of an eyes, massive, pupils, wings, and blue. There, no speaking to other divinities in my domain. I'd like everyone to flip for initiative.
What was that voice? Ah! Are we shuffling?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, shuffle up and flip. Poor
Yeah.
Talroth. Um,
This is because Cole hasn't been here.
yeah.
Somebody had to do it.
Why?
Cole, take your curse back.
Bad guys are on an 8.
Guy, bad guy. There's one bad guy. Don't you dare.
I don't know. Someone woke the bears.
We were so careful.
So, right, you're up first on the jack.
Yep. I'm going to just freak the fuck out, quite frankly. And nah. I'm feeling a little antsy. Yeah, fuck it. She's in spring, and I got stones, apparently. I'm just gonna stare. I disrespect your bridge, goat man! I'm gonna stare him down and say, you are not a god. You are a pretender made of wind and ice. And I'm going to cast Counter Charm.
Okay.
Or put it up so that am I within 30 feet of everybody?
You don't know where Talroth is.
Well, no, I never do.
So you're within 30 feet of the people you know where they are.
Right, we're talking about people that are actually real, not my imaginary friend Talroth.
Yeah.
As a
yeah,
side note, we apparently have a channel points that is a name generator that I forgot was a thing.
Okay.
And the name has been chosen for Big Hemoth. Instead of
Okay.
Behemoth, or possibly he wants to name it for a. I don't know, but I like what is happening, and I don't remember.
Sure.
adding
Yeah, that's fine. If you would like to name the spirit of winter, I reserve the right to
Reject it?
I'll use those letters in that order, but I have a penchant for mispronunciating things to make them sound fancy.
Listen, Cthulhu.
I'm sorry. The proper pronunciation of that word is Cthulhu.
It is not.
Don't summon him. Listen, you got enough shit. We're dealing with Big Hemoth right now. All right, let's focus.
All right.
But she's going to cast or put up Counter Charm so that everyone within 30 feet of her has advantage against being frightened or charmed.
Okay. That sounds good. On its turn, our unnamed behemoth.
Stop.
Drink some water. Get that down. There you go.
Bagamoth. Until I hear another name.
Agamoth now instead of. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Though.
That's the thing. I doesn't matter. I'll take normal words and make them fancy. He's gonna fly forward 60 feet, get within let's say 50 feet of the trio, and is going to make a chromatic orb attack against Saride.
Fuck that. Counterspell that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, she'll die. Ugh.
Okay.
A hero!
We need a healer more than a hero, okay? I need a healer.
She'll die as she live, disrespecting the elements.
I was gonna say defiling the elements if it's those but you know.
He's not an element.
He's fire. It's fine.
Okay, so you use your reaction to cast Counterspell.
Oh, yes, I do.
I believe it is successful. So, up next in the turn order is Talroth.
All right. So since I'm in the bone pile, standing in front of this helmet,
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing I would have heard what was said, but I wouldn't be able to see what was happening.
So you definitely can't see it. You might have been able to hear. Actually, the Spirit of Winter technically speaks through telepathy. So, oh, sorry. You can only really hear it if it wants you to hear. And it was specifically speaking to those three because do remember, you are the one person it hasn't been able to track. So what I will do, your passive perception is
18.
18. Okay, I'm going to make just a stealth check for this thing. Against your 18, it doesn't have a bonus. It's just essentially going to roll a d20 and see if by happenstance it's quiet enough for you not to hear it. Because technically so far it's only flown by the wind, right? Like hasn't had a magic, there's no explosion, it hasn't said anything. So, that is a natural 16 on the dice with a +3 dex, no bonus. It is, unfortunately, the wind is obscuring it. You just hear the wind pick up. You do hear that. If you would like to work on getting the helmet out, the helmet is about, so when you're drawing people, from what I've heard, 7 head heights is a full body. And so at 21 feet, a giant's head would be about 3 feet. I'm going to just kind of square it for my ease. So, yeah, it's about a yard.
Yeah, because that was going to be my next question. Just how big is that helmet?
It's sort of a 3 feet in diameter. It would be more like you could probably wear it as like a backpack, like a turtle shell backpack or something like that. Like it's big enough. You can carry it. It is not so large. It is not like it's not ergonomic by any means. Not for you. But you can start making some sleight of hand, and you're going to need some athletics checks as well as you try to start maneuvering this thing out. And as far as you know, you're still trying to do it without jostling the bones. So that is definitely sleight of hands.
All right. At least for my own sake, is the helmet actually... Is it lodged into something, or is it just on the Jarl's head?
It is on the Jarl's head. It had not been damaged. It is a metal band, primarily crown, right? And then it was dressed with like animal leathers, and it is very ornate. And even the leathers, sort of with the basic kind of enchantment that is with it, have remained. It's sort of like a dressed up like Viking skull cap, kinda like a short skull cap, not quite the pointy one.
Right. Because my worry was something was on top of it, like pinning it down. So
there are things like on it, but you can kind of shift it because there used to be flesh in the way. Now there's not, so you have room. You know, you at least have like some skin, some hair, yeah.
All right, as I am doing this, so let me roll the sleight of hand first.
Please.
That's a 26.
26. Okay.
Yeah, as I'm doing this, it's like knowing how important this is to the dwarves and the other giants and what this means to them, I'm gonna essentially be apologizing to the Jarl as I'm doing this. Just I don't speak giant. I'm just speaking common. I'm just hoping the intention gets across. Just
sure.
Hey, look, man, I'm sorry, but we need this a little more than you do at the moment. We got a few things to take care of, so if you don't mind, just, excuse me, put my foot in its jaw, push up.
Listen,
sure.
Desperation translates in every language, so
Absolutely.
just go get on by someone at a club who speaks a language you do not, and you'll know.
Well, there you go. That is one. We'll probably call it I don't know, maybe 3 successes to kind of get it out. There is that. Up next is Fable.
So, okay, this thing that just tried to yeet a chromatic orb. For visual sake, I like to say I counterspelled it, and then immediately, same action, just summoned another one in my own hands, like I stole it.
You're playing Chromatic Orb Highlight.
Yes! Thank you. That's exactly what I'm doing. So I'd like to just try to yeet one back at him.
Okay.
Please and thank you. Oh, I don't like that noise. That's going to be an 18.
18 does hit.
Do we know his armor class officially yet?
No, you don't.
Okay, that's fine. That's going to be 20 points of fire damage.
Okay. 20 points of fire damage.
Because, sorry, bonus action, Mantle of Flame. I forgot it would have gone away between the last time, but it's there.
Yep.
So yeah, 20.
Okay, sounds good. At the end of your turn, it is going to use its legendary action to teleport. It is 50 feet from you guys, but it's going to teleport 30 feet on top of the bone pile.
No, I'm not going to counterspell again because my turn happened, so I can. I have a fucking reaction.
Okay.
Can you do that to legendary actions?
It's a spell.
Yeah, I mean, technically it's a racial ability, but I'll allow it.
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna let him go because range is better for us currently. I feel like. Go, fucking go.
Okay.
Not all of. Listen, currently we need to heal for a second, and Sarai can yeet you. I feel like. I don't know if you have phase step more in this.
No, but regardless.
It's fine. We'll get there. It's okay.
Okay. So up next is Sarai?
No.
No,
Treasure.
Treasure. Sorry.
Okay. Gonna try to whistle to alert Talroth, like, hey, alarm!
Yeah, just make a performance check for me.
Total 15?
Yeah, he hears you easily.
God, this thing is 30 feet on top of the bone pile.
Yep, it is difficult terrain climbing that bone pile.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's just, I really hate being slow and big some days. I also don't want it to find Talroth in there. I'm going to put some distance between myself, Sarai, and Fable so that we're not clumped. So I don't know if this thing can do any funky cone breaths or craziness. I'd like to not clump,
Okay.
just in case.
All right.
No club.
And then just going to pull a sword and stand there ready to bat once it's within distance.
Okay. Sounds good. So you just circled around the pile, like to the side of it, just to separate from them. You didn't try to start climbing it.
No.
Okay. Understood. Thank you very much. That is the at the end of Treasure's turn. Let's see, what is it going? It does have another legendary action. It's gonna hold that legendary action. So, new round.
Also, Shadow Man, we're in the middle of a fight. That's what's happening right now in this game. We're dying.
6.
9.
Bad guys are on a 6.
If the next card I draw is a 9, I am throwing these cards away and getting new cards.
All right. Up top, Fable.
Fuck. Sorry, this stream was lagging for a second, so I turned off my other computer, forgetting it was the computer that had my character sheet on it. So give me just a second to wake it up again.
Let's go to Talroth and we'll jump back.
Great,
to,
go.
to you then. All right.
Would I have noticed something dropping onto the bone pile near me?
I'm gonna roll for it because it's like a weird spirit thing. Like it flies, it teleported. It doesn't necessarily have to put all its weight on the bone pile. I will say, yeah, you know something is up there. You don't know what it is. Doesn't feel like a giant. You're pretty sure a giant would have crushed down all sorts of stuff. You know what I mean? And again, this is a very big pile of bones. So.
All right, just carefully again, trying to get that crown off. But now I am essentially just taking a second, just popping the swords just slightly out of their sheath so they're not like friction locked in, just to be ready in case I need to swing on something.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Okay, your... Hold on, we're going to finish Towerall's sleight of hand check. I'm just going to finish his turn, and then we'll go back to you.
17.
I'm going to call it a partial success. You get it, but the next one is going to have to be athletics. Like, it's jammed. Unless you want to try to backtrack it and, like, re-wiggle it. You know what I mean? It's like at that part of a puzzle where... maybe this wasn't the exact right way, but maybe I can force it through. That's where you're at.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now, back to Fable.
She looks up at him with this, and she just, I let you get up there. Just taunting him like a little brat. And I'm going to use Firebolt, and I'm going to do it twice because of the bracers.
Okay.
So, cantrip twice. So I am going to cast the firebolt 2 times, please, and thank you.
Okay.
That is, I need a d20 for that. Thanks so much. That is a 19 and a 22 to hit.
Yeah, those will hit.
Thank you. All right. And I roll this damage, and it is fire, so there's the extra there. Da-ba-da-ba. Hell yes. 17 on the first one.
Okay.
18 on the second one.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to actually also scatter, just in case there's a cone breath. I'm going to take an around, and I am going to just use my movement to try to start getting, maybe not up the bone pile, but to the base of, like, just around the other side. I just don't want to be clumped.
Okay. Yeah, you circle around away from treasure to the other side. At the end of your turn, it is going to teleport down the bone pile to be in melee with you, Fable.
Excellent. Fantastic. Okay. I'm saving my reaction.
Okay.
And why don't you walk like a normal thing? You lazy piece of shit. You're a trustworthy spirit, aren't you?
Up next is... who is it? Stride? Wait. There it is. Treasure. It's Treasure. Treasure, they're on the other side of this bone pile now.
There's frustrated Infernal coming from her side of the bone pile.
Yeah, it's like 40 feet. You gotta run around the outside. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can find a circumference of a circle. Because now I have Google that will tell me.
No, Google, don't betray
these
us.
Things. So the circumference of this circle it's 45 feet for you to get around half of it. The full circumference is 95. I'm rounding for you. So.
Okay. She's going to try to run, like, as there's that angry Infernal probably
Yeah.
several stairs.
Uh-huh.
Talroth is hearing some of this, finally understands it. As she's running towards this creature to attempt to attack it.
Okay. So you travel around the circle 30 feet, and that's it? No holding an action? Or are you going to dash?
I am going to dash, and then I have got my action surge. Let's use that. This seems like a good time to use it.
Okay. Dash and action surge. Go for it.
So I would get both my attacks on this, correct?
Correct.
Oh, that is nice. That is a 16 and a 17 each plus 8.
Okay. Yeah. Both of those hit.
So that is going to be a 8 plus 5 for the first hit.
Okay.
And we don't roll one's treasure. Stop that. And that is a 14 for the second hit.
Okay. Sounds good. Treasure, at the end of your turn, it is going to make a touch of frost against you with this.
That's a con save on me?
No, it's just its attack. It's a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
That does hit. So that is going to be grab the appropriate dice. Where did you go? That's it. Got it. Ooh. 15, 21, 21 points of cold damage, and you can't take reactions until the start of your next turn. Okay. And now it is... So ride.
Okay, so bonus action. 'Cause that was not good. Let's do healing word at 4th level
Okay. 4.
for treasure.
Okay.
12.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then is he with Is he within 60 feet of me?
Yes. Yeah. Just barely.
I need him to make a wisdom save.
All right. Is it a spell?
Yeah.
So he does have advantage. Magical resistance. Let's see. A natural 16 plus 12 for a 28.
Yeah. So he still takes half damage because it's just no whispers.
Nice. Yeah.
10 half to 5.
Nice. Something.
She just starts talking about how much nicer. She starts singing. What is it? That stupid Olaf song from the first Frozen.
Yeah. One
Yeah.
of live in summer.
Better when it's summer. Like that. She's
Yeah.
just talking about, how much winter sucks. And it's better when it's warm, and your goat legs are stupid.
All right. Out of legendary actions, but that is the end of Sarai's turn, and so did we get a name, or is it Bigamon? Bigamon. Got it. I'm going with Bigamon till I hear otherwise. Yes, Bigamon is going to oh, so many options. So many options.
I hate that.
Is going to perform the touch of frost on.
He's in melee with me.
I know.
Okay.
Can prevent you from having reactions. But he is just going to instead double talon swipe you. Is he?
Okay.
Nah, touch of frost you.
Fuck.
Touch of frost.
And I have to counterspell it.
It's not a counterspellable. It's just an ability.
Oh, it's just an ability. Shit!
Yeah, it's. Okay. Well, it calls it a melee spell attack.
Then I have to counterspell it because I will die without my reactionary life-saving things. So fine. Fine. Be a little bitch.
All right.
Counterspell.
All right. Well, that is the end of your reactions.
I'm aware.
So the do I want to miss you? No.
Megan will jump through this computer and fight you, Cody Stone.
Don't need to. However, a skeleton, the one lone skeleton that saw Saride as she was escaping from the fire, is going to join the fray. Frost Giant Skeleton! And in the presence of the Spirit of Winter, Frost Giant is going to use its freezing stare on Saride. Saride, I would like you to make a DC 13 Constitution saving. Ooh. Not what you wanted to see. Okay. This is not good. Okay. There we go. Okay. That is 20 points of cold damage. And you are paralyzed until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
And that is his one use of that ability.
You're welcome.
He's still 60 feet away, 55 feet away. That is it for the Frost Giant. Okay. New round. Flip him up. Oh, no. That doesn't count. Yeah, 7. Bad guys are on
7, 8, 9. I'm tossing this deck.
I'm so sorry, Tarath.
No, it's not you. It's I'm tossing this deck.
Yeah, I got you.
Cody, what did you have?
The skeleton's name is Bob.
7.
Per the chat,
Thank you.
the skeleton's name is Bob.
Skeleton Bob, 55 feet from joining this combat, having just paralyzed Saride. At the end of Bob's turn, the Spirit of Winter is going to take its legendary action and is going to Winter Touch, Frost Touch, Babel.
And that's that thing again?
Yep,
Fucking counterspell.
you can't.
Oh,
Turn
fuck,
hasn't come back around yet.
What a dick.
23.
That hits, obviously. Why the fuck do you even ask?
Okay.
I'm gonna come downstairs and I'm gonna thump you.
That's not terribly great. 9 points of cold damage reduced to 5. 'Cause you are resistant to cold, correct? Okay, just making sure. And you cannot take reactions until the start of your next turn. You
Well,
couldn't
you
do
can-
it anyway, but I just like doing it.
Hey, I'll take it. It's just insult to injury. It's what's the female version of emasculating? What's the magical version of emasculating? That's more what I'm looking for.
I'm not sure, but Treasure, your turn.
Okay, so I saw that. Obviously, I didn't have my reaction, so I couldn't sentinel.
Yeah.
But I do see now that this thing is attacking Fable, so I'm going to activate my Searing Smite
Okay.
with my bonus action, and I'm going to attack it twice.
Okay.
Okay, one is going to be a 13 plus 8, and the other 14 plus 8.
Yes, both of those will hit.
I'm going to need him to make me a con check. DC 15.
Okay. Constitution DC 15. 16 plus 9 for a 25.
Cool, so he just takes the initial fire damage, but he does not stay on fire.
Sounds good.
So the first hit, which would have been the initial damage, he is taking 16 slashing damage and 7 fire damage.
Okay. That's the first hit?
That's the first hit, and this is the second hit.
Nope, don't bother.
Oh, okay.
With the first hit down, the monstrosity that is before you, the searing blade comes swiping across its body, and as the blade carves through it, the torso erupts into slush of day-old snow. A wind kicks up and back at the top of the bone pile, reforming in a new feminine form is this 10-foot tall woman who, Saride, it does not look like any mab you've seen, but the armor reminds you of their court. Her eyes burn cold blue as a thin cloak of mist forms around her. Blades of ice grow from the body at odd angles and break off just as they grow too long. Every movement she makes is mirrored by the echoing of snow cracking under its form. This is the maiden, and from her hands rises a great morning star, Ice Kiss.
I'm just picturing ice-themed Lady Demetrescu from Village.
Demetresque.
Demetresque. Yeah.
You know, you said 10 feet tall. I'm like, can she smother me?
There,
Step on me, please. Thank
If I sim for her, will she stop this fight?
there is a
you.
there's
Motorboat
a
her, she'll lose the face.
yeah, there's a also a Legends of Runeterra or League of Legends ice like woman that's really cool looking too. But I knew as soon as I said 10 foot tall, I was like, yep, here it comes, Lady Vampire. All right, so your second attack, if you'd like to, you're not going to be able to make it up this bone pile to hit her with it, but you can start running up there if you want.
Well, may as well try at this point.
Okay, it's difficult terrain. You start to climb up the bone pile. You get 15 feet up the height there. Tyroth, you can definitely feel the bones shifting as Treasure comes hoofing it up. All right, at the end of Treasure's turn, the Brittle Maiden is going to utilize her Ice Flurry. Each creature within 30 feet of Brittle Maiden is going to take 2d4 piercing damage as the snow begins to form into icicles and comes swinging about. So that is Fable, that is Tauroth, and that is Treasure. Saride, you are not within 30 feet of her.
I'm not getting my ass handed to me by a fucking Winter Fae. That is just not how this happens.
Oh, and I am.
I mean,
This
it's not.
is unfair.
I'm
No,
not
what-
going down to the trailer trash of the Fae courts. It's not happening.
4 points
damage.
of yes, piercing damage.
Thank you for.
Even amongst the bones, since there's enough room for you to move, Tauroth, there's enough room for that ice to come sweeping in there. All right,
Is this slashing damage or magic damage?
piercing. It is, but it is. It's just piercing, non-magical.
So it would be 1 for me, correct?
4 reduced to. Yes, correct. Yeah, because it is 3. Yep. Okay. That was after Treasure Fable.
It is time. Is she right there next to me still?
No, she's at the top of the bone pile, 30 feet up.
Just making sure. Okay, cool. All right, well. Fine, you ice bitch. Ah, but she's alone. Oh, thank God. No one else is up there. Well, let's wreck her. And I would like to please cast Agonizar's Scorcher at her.
Okay.
And I'm casting it at 4th fucking level.
All right. What is that, a deck save?
It is a dex save.
All right. +3 on her deck save. That is cocked. Well, it didn't get better for you. It was a natural 17 and a natural 20, so she saves either way.
But she'll still take half damage, I believe.
She does take half. Yep, she sure does.
Yeah, she's gonna take half damage. That's fine. It's still a shit ton of damage.
Okay.
Great. Not as much as I'd wanted, but 20 points of damage.
All right. Yeah, she does take
Fire
the
damage.
full.
Let me make that very clear.
Thank you.
It's fire damage.
Question on Agonizar Scorcher, because I was 15 feet away and Tauroth is under her. Do we...
I'm aiming, because I get to pick how big the thing is, so if I'm aiming at her head, basically, if she is that tall and big, it's a 5-foot wide cone that I can stretch 30 feet
Well-
of, yes?
Hold on, because Scorcher, I think, actually travels across the ground.
A line of roaring flame emanates from you in a direction you choose. It doesn't say.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm gonna.
I'm assuming I could do it with my hand.
It could. Yeah. It can just be a beam. There is a. There is.
I can change the spell.
Yeah. No. Well, I'm also just curious to figure it out.
Yeah, let me know.
Emanate. Yeah. So a line of roaring flame, 30 feet long, and 5 feet wide, emanates from you in a direction you choose. Each creature in the line must make a dex save. I'm gonna say no. You guys, Tauroth, and it doesn't have to go across the ground. So Tauroth is definitely fine. Fable, you have to take a step to the side to not hit Treasure, and
Treasure's flattening herself against this bone pile as best as she can.
you are good. Yeah. So, anything else, Fable?
Panic. No, I would like to then, nope. Nope. That's it.
Okay. That is it. After Fable. At the end of her turn, what we're going to do before Saride goes, it is going to be the last legendary action of this one. Nope, no legendary action right now. So, Saride. That's right. Thank you. Your turn ends. You gain control over your muscles. Welcome back, Saride. After Saride is Tauroth.
So I think you said on this one I have to make an athletics check to get the crown out now.
Yeah.
If I use something to kind of leverage it, would that give me any sort of bonus or advantage, or?
If you had, do you have a crowbar?
The only thing I have on me are that I might be able to use for something like this are the Blades of House of Rain.
Oh. I mean, technically the blades are magical, so they won't break. Are they dense enough? They because they are, we let them be used as, excuse me,
Like
flexible,
like a-
what is it?
Finesse.
Thank you. Because they're finesse weapons, they're not like a full, like a thick sword. They have bend to them. You know what I mean? That's what allows you to take advantage of the finesse property. So, I mean, maybe your double scimitar would do better because it's broader if you had it on you. I don't know. But really, you need like a crowbar.
Yeah, I would have left the double-bladed back at the encampment because that is a little too big to be sneaking into small spaces.
Sure. So,
All right,
yeah.
so let's go for that athletics.
Okay.
19.
Okay, yeah, with a 19, you are able to pop it free. Make me a acrobatics check, please.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you grab a hold of the ring, you get your feet up in there, you give it a hard pull, you end up tumbling backwards, spilling out of the bone pile, the crown in your hand. And it does, you land on your back, but sort of back roll through it and end up on your feet. In the sight of the Jarl's crown, the skeleton pauses, lowering its weapon.
So would that have been just my action? Would that have been in my action and move, or?
I'm going to count some movement on it. I'm going to say probably 20 feet of your movement. You still have a bonus action and the rest of your movement.
Would it be possible to kind of get the crown up, but also, well, what I was originally thinking, just to bounce the idea off you to see if this would have worked,
Okay.
was my original thought was the crown, I would have had to have worn it like a backpack, being so large.
Yeah.
Would it have been possible to take the two swords so that way I can kind of use them to kind of help prop up the crown on my back, but still pop Zephyr Strike so I can run clearly? I know it'd be like 2 rounds to do it, but
Yeah. I'll allow that. Sure.
okay. So so I know this round I'll probably have to just take the swords out and just get the crown on my back, and that would probably be the whole turn, or the rest of my turn.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. At the end of Tauroth's turn, the skeleton has frozen, but Brittle Maiden is up. You can see where the Scorching Ray had done more damage than the previous fire attacks. It seems this form is more ice than it is monstrosity. However, sliding down the bone pile or actually from where is... She's going to, I'm just going to read this. This is what we're doing now. She creates this fist-sized gem of ice crystal that hovers about 5 feet to her side. And she targets Fable. As your eyes lock into the crystal, I need you to make a charisma saving throw, DC 21.
Good God. $16.
You guys watch as Fable's eyes begin to ice over, and it begins to break her into snow flurries, drawing her into the crystal. You are stunned while you are in it. You're going to take damage at the start of each of your turns. However, because do on your turn remind me of your Mantle of Flame.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That is it for the Brittle Maiden. New turn. All right. Brittle Maiden on a king is going to descend down the bone pile and is going to begin swinging the Ice Kiss Morning Star at Treasure. 2 attacks. Oh, that's a D12. That doesn't help. 17 and 18 plus 7, 24 and 25. Both of those are going to hit. And this is... Let's see. Oh, awful. Just awful. 8 points of total damage for the first hit. Treasure. And the second one is more average. That is 14 points of damage.
So I reduce
you
3.
You get to reduce 6 points of that total.
So it was 14 plus 8.
Yep.
I'm trying to do math. I'm terrible.
8 and 8
I'm
is
so
16. That's what you take. You take 16
thank you.
total. I got you. Okay. After the Brittle Maiden's turn, it is Tauroth.
All right, so crown is essentially just on my back, swords out.
Yep.
How far from me is she?
She is 20 feet. 20 feet of difficult terrain.
And I have a 35 move speed, so I would still have to dash to get closer.
I believe so, yeah.
Don't suppose I could try that acrobatics check to get that just extra 5 feet to be right there?
I mean, it's maybe normally, but not with this big, funky hula hoop sized crown on your back.
All right. So yeah, let's yeah, I'll just bonus action dash to get up there, and at least just take one swipe.
Okay.
And Treasure's within melee range, yes?
Yes, she is.
Wait, would she have noticed me by now?
I'm gonna say yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you stumbled out. She noticed the skeleton didn't move, and yeah, I'm gonna also. You were talking like passive versus passive here, and her passive perception is 26. Like it's ridiculous. So.
Oh. No, just wanted to double check since she hasn't done anything directly towards me. I was
True.
just like,
I appreciate it. Yeah, double check. Let's do it.
nat 20.
Nicely done. All right, roll your damage. You can max damage plus the dice.
This'll take a second.
Okay.
So much damage.
Absolutely.
While he's doing that, if you too like massive amounts of damage, check out Norse Foundry for the will break your face open metal boulder dice. I'm a big fan, and you can use Rep RPG to get 15% off of your order.
All right, so on the hit, seeing everything going on, I'm definitely popping favorite foe on this.
Okay.
So I'll need a second just to math everything.
All right.
And while you're at it, Norse Foundry will also hopefully be making our Boulder trophies for our D&D PvP event. So make sure that you've signed up on that Google form. I will drop it in the link one more time, in the chat one more time shortly. So, you know, back to you, Talroth.
I am super interested in getting those big boulders. Bronze, gold, silver for the first 3 places.
Second and third place.
Yeah.
Team. And that is, by the way, if you guys have seen, that is what the entry fee is for. It just covers those dice.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
The entry fee of per team covers those dice.
All right.
9
Taroth.
per person.
All right, I actually had to get the calculator open because the damage from the sword, the sneak attack, and the favored foe, grand total of 54 damage.
Oof. That is a lot. She does remain, but her ice form has been definitely chipped away at and taken some big shatters there. That is it for Talroth. And up next is Fable. Because she beats Saride on Dex, I believe.
So, yes, I do.
Okay, so Fable.
So, Mantle of Flame, you said.
Yes, Mantle of Flame. At the start of your turn, you are going to take cold damage.
Despite the, am I still resisting it?
You're still resistant. Yeah, that doesn't change. However, there is no DC, there's no save. It is just automatic. At the end of your turn, you can repeat the charisma saving throw to try to escape the crystal. That's pretty much the only thing you can do. The damage you take is 12. 16 points of cold damage reduced to 8. Rolled low on that. Not the average. Oh, that's the average. Okay. But you deal 3 points of fire damage to
Yes,
the
I do.
crystal. And I'm going to say Saride because you are not in melee with the maiden. You can see that crystal that absorbed Fable, like a droplet of water. It's to like ice.
It's melting.
It's melting.
Okay.
It picked the wrong bitch to absorb.
All right.
I failed my save, by the way.
10-4.
Make sure you saw my private message.
Okay.
not, that's fine. I was just, throwing it out there. Carry on.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Hold on. But up next is Saride.
So I would like to, at 4th level, cast Dispel Magic on the crystal.
Okay.
How do I do that? But what do I do?
I'm seeing if it. Yeah. So it is magic. I'm seeing.
Because it's an object or magical effect.
Correct. It would be over. Let me look at Dispel Magic, because I know when it's an actual spell, it's like counterspell if it's over a certain level.
If it's so if it's a 4th level spell or lower, it's automatically dispelled. If not, I have to roll for it.
Yeah, and I'm saying this is probably. I mean, it's unique. So this is over. This is over the 4th level. I'm trying to make a decision on the DC for this. The DC saving throw on her stuff up there is way high. I don't think that's appropriate. Let's put the DC at 18.
So, fuck, what do I do?
1d20 plus your charisma. Actually, I'm gonna. There's a spell that's close to what's happening that I am gonna look up. What level are you? Oh, I was right. Okay, 18. Stop.
18.
The crystal shatters, and pouring out onto the floor is Fable.
Bonus action.
Yes, Queen.
I want to. If I have to, I'll move up a little bit.
So actually, Fable can appear within a space within 30 feet of the crystal of her choice.
So I'm aware now?
Yes.
Can I be below? Can I be in the bones? So I've got cover next time? Just like below her?
Sure.
I would just like to be under her feet. So A, it's hard for her to find where I have gone. And B, bone
She
cover.
moved off the pile, but I mean, I think
You right.
It'll give you cover. With her passive perception, she probably knows where you're at. So.
Fucking hell. But still cover.
Yep.
get in the bunker.
In the bunker
Get
you go.
Fable. Bonus action, Mantle of Inspiration. I'll move up a little bit
Okay.
so I can get everybody.
Okay.
So 8-10 hit points. If you want to use your movement, you can. But she's going to look at her and say in Sylvan,
Mm-hmm.
I really should have been able to smell the Winter Court blood on you, you mongrel bitch.
It replies in Primordial. Do you speak Primordial?
No.
So Fable, you hear it go. I don't know what you're saying, but it sounds disgusting. You impotent slag. I'm assuming it's something like this.
Fable just foregoing any hiding that she would have done in Primordial just shouts back. He's essentially, not my daughter, you bitch.
Yeah.
She has one of those ones. It's, not in my Eladrin, you bitch.
All right. At the end, who is using their reaction to move?
Me.
Where would you like to move?
Away, even as I shouted her.
You were in the bone pile. You want to go deeper in the bone pile? You want to come out of the bone pile?
I'd like to scurry.
Scurry
Like
deeper
the
in?
Yes, I'm so almost dead.
Okay. You scurry deeper in.
I'm
Okay.
gonna be a hamster. Ice hamster.
All right, it is difficult terrain. At the end of Sarai's turn, she is going to make a Morningstar attack against Talroth.
Yeah,
This time-
I kind of had that coming.
Yeah,
This time I think I can sentinel.
you do get to Sentinel this time. Natural 19 plus 7 for a 26.
Let me just double check my AC.
Yeah, make sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your Sentinel.
Oh, my D20 had vanished for a second there. That is going to be 18 total.
All right. Yeah, 18 does hit. 19 points of piercing and cold damage. Talroth.
I'm going to uncanny dodge some of that.
Sounds good.
So that would
And-
be 10 damage to me then.
Correct.
And 15 points of damage to her, plus no more movement.
Okay. Got it. And that is it for... No, don't open. I don't need that. For the legendary action, Treasure, your turn.
Ah, okay. Thanks for joining the fight, Dalroth.
Well, I was a little busy picking up what we needed.
Listen, if you'd come up there without it, oh, it's like all that time, but at least you have it.
Yes! Nat 19. That's one critical.
Yeah.
The other one is a total 18.
Yeah, both hit. Roll your nat 19 first.
Okay. Do you want me to double dice, or how do we want to do
Max
the
dice and a
critical?
roll. Let's just go
Max
with that.
dice and a roll. Okay.
Yep.
So that's double max. 6, 12, 24 plus 5.
29.
Yeah, 29 on that first hit.
That, well, you can stop right there for a moment. As the ice shatters across the frozen brittle maiden and goes scattering everywhere. I need everyone within 10 feet. So just the two melee combatants. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Wait, so me, yes, did you say?
No.
Just making sure.
Yep. DC 21. Talroth?
That's a 15.
Oh. So it is 14 points of piercing damage. Talroth, you're going to take 7. And Treasure, you're going to take 11. Now, as the ice shatters, this ice reforms, not into a humanoid form, not into a form of living ice, but into a diamond that glows from within. It is about 3 feet in diameter. It is shifting and moving like it is alive, growing protrusions of sharp crystals that break off and shed and fall and return.
Treasure, I think you broke it too hard.
And it is going to teleport away from you guys 60 feet down near Saride.
This is like in the Final Fantasy boss levels where you think you're winning and then it shifts and it becomes something new and you're like, God damn it, Seymour. Why you gotta do me like that? I hate you.
I will let you guys know I am super impressed with you so far. That's the only reason this is continuing.
Oh, good. You're doing so well. I decided to extend the torture.
Yeah, super good.
So, listen, this
Super
is not the
smooth.
TV show. This is not Friday night. That's not what's supposed to happen.
You made a mistake. You've made her final form a diamond. Don't you know? Diamonds are Saride's best friend. I am the mineralogist. Ha ha ha!
Treasure, it is still your turn. If you... Let me see, she goes Saride had moved closer, if I was not mistaken. But I think she's about 20 feet away from you, 15 feet. You're sliding downhill, though. So I will let you make an acrobatics check. If you fail, you will end up prone at her feet and not be able to stand up this turn.
There's a whole lot more tiefling shouting and angriness.
Okay.
Because goddamn it, this thing has like teleported on me 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's its big gig. It likes teleporting.
I'm actually going to take the opportunity to second wind instead.
Okay.
And I will roll that d10. Damn it. That is a total of 9 hit points.
Okay.
Not great, but hey, I'll take it, you know?
Yeah.
And not going to slide down. Going to... Well, where's Fable and Talroth in comparison to me?
Talroth is next to you. Fable is somewhere scurrying in the bones.
Okay, that's not going to help.
No.
Going to start to make my way down, but more carefully. I'm not going to try to slide down like that, like an idiot.
Okay. Yeah.
Because the next thing I need to do is like impale myself on one of those crystals that's coming out of that crystal.
You get halfway down. Yeah, so you're about 10 feet from her. Okay. At the end of Treasure's turn, it is... New round? Or was that the bad guys? I had a 7. Did I go? New round. I went. New round. 10.
Yeah, the bad guys would have gone after me.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Ace. There it is, Talroth. New deck. That's working for you.
Seriously.
Talroth, you are up. Actually, at the end of Treasure's turn, because it had only used 1 legendary action, it is going to use Polar Ray on...
Cody, what... Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt, but just for the order, what did you pull?
10.
10, okay.
Thank you. It is going to use Polar Ray and attack Talroth. Attack Treasure, because she just did this to him. You guys keep critting on him. 32 to hit. Natural 19 plus 13. So, that is going to...
To be fair, this is probably the first time I've crit with sneak attack in months.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm not... like I said, I'm proud of you guys. You guys are doing good. I'm not upset. That is 16 points of cold damage to Treasure. Okay. Talroth, your turn.
All right, seeing Treasure bounding down towards that thing. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can acrobatics to kind of bounce off her shoulders to take a swing at this thing.
Cool. Let's do it. Acrobatics check. DC.
That's a 14.
I rolled 2d8. Normally I add +5. I rolled 7 and 7. So I'm gonna say you. You get there, but you are prone. You can bonus action dash and stand up with half your move.
Yeah, may as well.
All right. As you come sliding down the bone pile, the shifting of the bones or Fable or something, you go to push off for that leap off of Treasure's shoulders, and it just sort of, and you take a tumble. You end up right next to the ice diamond flying there next to Saride. Kip up, I'm sure, with great aplomb, and go ahead and make your attack roll.
And Saride is within 5 feet of it?
Yes, she is.
Cool. Now, one question that I have with favored foe, is this still considered the same creature?
Ooh. It is the same creature. It's a different form of the same creature, so I will allow it. I mean, yeah, because the last two forms were elementals. If it had gone from the first form, which was a monstrosity, into the elemental, I might have ruled the other way. But for this, yeah, you're good.
Okay. And since I did take damage, I just got to roll my concentration check.
Mm-hmm.
Well, favorite foe is gone anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it was a 26 to hit.
26 does hit.
It's a grand total of 24 damage.
All right. Nicely done. 24 damage on your spirit. At the end of your turn, it is going to use its polar ray once more on Treasure, the only person not in melee with it that it can see. 25 to hit.
Hit.
So that is 15 points of cold damage. Okay, that is it for its legendary actions. After Tauroth on the ace is Treasure.
Ooh, that one hurt. I'm not feeling so hot. I do not have anything. And I'm about halfway away from it. I don't have any. You know what I have? I have a javelin. Let's go ahead and unleash my javelin.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw my javelin at it.
Hey, how far are you from it?
I think you said 15.
Okay. Good enough.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go for that lightning bolt javelin thingy.
All right.
I believe I have to hit it first, or does it have to make its dex thing first?
I
Lightning bolt.
think you have to hit it. Then anything in between has to make the dex save.
Okay. So let's go ahead and see if I can hit it.
Yep.
Nat 20. Do you want the picture of it?
No, I believe you. You're fine.
Loving Norse Foundry dice. Loving my Norse Foundry dice. I think we ruled that. How does this work? 46, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Plus, does she take the actual damage from the weapon of the 1d6 plus 5?
Yes. Hold on. I have to look up.
That's the one thing I don't think we ever 100% cleared up.
All right, lightning javelin. So yeah, the target takes the damage from the javelin plus 46 lightning.
Okay, so it would be 5d6.
Correct.
Plus strength. Okay.
Yep.
That's nice and rounded off. That's 25.
All right.
And
Good.
I'm going to try to move away because I am not looking great.
Okay.
Give myself some space.
Up the bone pile or just around the corner?
Give myself some cover, so around the corner.
All right, around the corner you go ducking. At the end of Treasure's turn, I think we are out of legendary actions. So, oh, but look, it's the bad guys. Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah, Blizzard Veil. Let's do that. area within the sphere is heavily obscured. The sphere moves with oral. Effect lasts until that's just going to make this longer. No, we're not doing that. Dumb. It is going to intensify its aura and make a... It is going to fly around the corner to shoot at Treasure. Tauroth and Saride, you guys get attacks of opportunity.
Ten.
11.
Okay, so it is going to be one polar ray against Tauroth, one polar ray against Treasure. Natural 15, natural 16, both of those are going to hit. I'm going to roll damage once for both of you guys. That is 10 points of cold damage to each of you.
I'm down.
Okay. That is it for Queen of Frozen Tears. For the Queen of Frozen Tears. Sorry, I thought she has an awesome name in this one too. Queen of Frozen Tears. Up next is Saride.
Can I get to Treasure?
Treasure is... Yes, you should be able to get to Treasure. However, at the start of your turn... Oh no. Oh, Cody made a boo-boo. I don't think you're within 10 feet of it anymore.
Nope.
Alright.
She's going to run over to Treasure and touch her.
Okay.
Cure wounds 3rd level.
Sounds good.
18 points. And bonus action, Mantle.
Okay.
So everyone gets 8 temp, and Treasure can, if you want to use your reaction, to stand up.
Yep.
Did I have to use all my movement to get to Treasure?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. After Saride, Fable.
Hi, hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello. May I please? It's terrifying. How far away is the Frozen Tears Queen?
I mean, you're in a bone pile that is difficult terrain the whole way. Like, you're gonna have to dash to be able to see her.
To even be able to see?
Yeah.
That's fine. Alright, I am going to... use my movement and dash
Okay.
and
Any bonus actions?
yeah, absolutely bonus action. I'm going to use some meta magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a casting time a bonus action for this casting.
Okay.
So I'm going to how far away is she from me? If I get to the
20 feet.
Oh, God. I've made a mistake. But it's fine, I'm here. I'm going to, well, I'm out of upper level spells, so I'm just gonna, and she's strong, and I don't know her new stats. So I'm just gonna chromatic the fuck orb.
Okay, what type of damage?
Fire.
Okay.
I melted her earlier, so I'm hoping that remains true.
Okay.
But your voice tells me it won't, and I'm scared. It doesn't matter. I rolled a natural fucking 1.
Oof. It's So no, that does not hit.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much. No shit.
All right, that is the end of Fable's turn. Round. That guys are on a queen. Tauroth is back on a king up top. We're gonna do some legendary actions at the end of the end of Fable's turn, though. We're gonna intensify the aura. Her aura extends out another 10 feet, and so if you are within 20 feet of her, I think that's pretty much everybody. And at the start of your turn, you're gonna take 15 points of cold damage.
Halved for me.
Yes. Tauroth.
So that's
8.
Sarai had a Mantle of Inspiration to us on her last turn, right?
Yes.
Since I did not use my reaction to Uncanny Dodge, I took the full 10. Could I have used my reaction to get closer, and then the rest of my movement to get closer this round?
I mean, she didn't move that far. Your reaction would have put you within 10 feet of her if you wanted it to.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so within 5 feet of her, within melee of her. And it's
Yep.
so the aura is, it's just flat damage at the start of the turn. If you're within a range of her, so.
All right. And let's go double swing with the swords.
All right,
There
double
should
swing
be
with the swords.
And there should be both Saride and Treasure within 5 feet of her.
Yeah. No, they're not within 5 feet of her. She didn't get in melee with them. She shot them.
All right, so no sneak attack on these.
Yeah, unless you want to hold an action for when Treasure gets there. It's up to you.
Nah, she took down my drinking partner. I'm a little pissed.
All right, let's do it.
First one's a 15.
15 plus or 15 total?
15 total.
15
And the
is-
second one is a 19 total.
19 barely hits. That is her armor class in this form.
Yeah, that's only going to be 6.
6 is better than nothing. Okay. After Tauroth, Fable. Start of your turn, 8 points of cold damage.
I already took it out, so I didn't have to worry about it. Great, amazing. Let's try. Like a lighter. Click, click, click. Come on! She's gonna try to throw the chromatic orb again.
All right, let's do it.
Don't fuck with me this time. And it in fact did not with a natural 19.
Okay.
Plus shit, so I'm not gonna, but you said 19 is her armor class, so I'm not gonna bother
Yep,
adding things.
that'll hit.
Ah, okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I was mathing. 22 points of fire damage.
Okay, 22 points of fire damage. Sounds good. She is not vulnerable to fire at this point, but it does full damage.
But it's not that. That's all I care about.
Yep.
I want to start testing things she might be vulnerable to.
Okay. That is it for Fable, or do you have a bonus action?
No.
Okay. At the end of your turn, she is going to...
Oh yes, sorry. Bonus action. I'm converting some points into spell slots.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's all.
Polar Ray at Fable.
That's why I'm converting some things into spell slots. I need some shit back to deal with this.
All right. That is going to hit with 27.
Obviously.
And 13 points of cold damage.
Halved 2.
7.
Thank you.
Okay. After Fable is the Betties. is just her. And in this form, it's all the shooting or nothing. Tauroth, let's take a shot.
Oh, I get a free shot on her. Awesome.
So the first one is a natural 2 for a 15.
That misses.
Okay. And the other one is a natural 16. So that is going to hit. You can uncanny dodge this. For 14 points of cold damage.
Reduced to 7.
It's to 7. All right. That is it for her turn. It's a ride.
Battle of Inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, and I take 15.
By the way.
You do.
Who's looking the worst right now? Okay. Can I get to Fable?
Yeah.
I will walk up to her and touch her and cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, her fire was red. It was full red when she yeeted that chromatic orb. Fucking red. No blue, no purple. Blood.
21.
Oh my god.
Nice.
And now it's fine. It's blue again.
Do I have any more movement?
I'm probably not. I mean, maybe like 5 feet. Where do you want to go?
Away. I want to try to get a little bit away again, but
Okay.
it's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Actually, no, it's not fine, because if she goes down, I'm fucked. So I would like to move 5 feet away from her.
Thank
okay.
you.
Sounds good.
Yeah, please move away from me.
All right. At the end, it is the end of Saride's turn. Treasure.
Oof, okay. I am not known to run away from a fight.
You already took your cold damage.
How much am I taking?
At the start of your turn, it should be 15.
15.
But you have that temp 8 hit points.
I'm still up with 4.
I was about to say.
Okay.
There's so much anger and rage right now going on with Angry Treasure. She's gonna pop her branding smite just to
Literally,
add the
Treasure and I
extra.
had for peek behind the curtain. Treasure and I had the exact same health. It was a bigger percentage of my health gone than hers, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, yeah. I have less max health than she does, so that was still a good call.
You're good.
So I am still up. Going to do both of my attacks pop to the branding smite as well.
Okay. Let's do it.
Okay. 11 plus 8 for 1, so that's a 19.
Barely hits.
And the other one's a 13 plus 8.
That
So if
hits,
the 11
21.
hit, that should hit. Yeah.
Yep, they both hit.
The branding smite, let me just double check. She just takes the 2d6 radiant damage. It's not any roll or anything.
Okay.
But she can't go invisible or do any creepy shit as such.
Cool.
So for the branding smite hit, 18, 19, 20, 21 plus 5.
26.
And for the secondary hit, we don't roll ones in this house, Treasure. There we go, that's a little better. 14.
Okay. The shape of the ice spirit is faltering. And with that, it is round. Oh, no card. Oh. One more time, Cody. Come on, buddy. You can do it. 5. Up top, Tauroth.
So it's still the 15 damage, just from standing next to her?
10. She had her turn. It diminished.
All right. Yeah, I'm getting a little fed up with this bitch's bullshit. So, yeah, let's see if I can pull some of that wind off of her. Bonus action popping Zephyr Strike, and just pop the Zephyr Strike, pull the wind in, and just try to blow the charge right into her to get that force damage and advantage off the bat. So I'm done. I'm pissed. He took out my drinking partner. It's too damn cold. I have this fucking giant's crown on my back. I want to go home and drink.
Okay.
That's the reason to kill the thing. I want to go home and drink.
Let's do it.
17.
To hit.
That was with advantage.
All right. Do you have your second strike?
I had used the bonus action to pop Zephyr Strike.
Okay. Up next. Fable, right?
Yes, I fucking am.
Fable, how far are you from the creature?
I didn't move.
Oh. Within
Oh no,
20.
I used my 30 to move. I used my 30 to move, or to meet Meg halfway there. I feel like I met Sared because she came to me to heal, but
Okay.
during the Mantle of Inspiration, I was like, I'd like to move, so I'd like to think that I came closer. So I
Great.
may still be in her range.
Okay. You're not within the aura range. The aura diminished back to 10 feet instead
Excellent.
of the 20
That's
it was.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna fight her.
Okay. Let's do it.
I'm gonna do some shit. I would like to really quickly double check something. Cannot do 2 bonus actions in a turn. Got it.
You can do a bonus action as an action.
That was not my issue.
Okay.
It was going to be cantrip twice, big spell. Like,
No.
can't do that. Yeah. So I am going, but however, I am going to. Fuck. Right here in this bone pile. Someone did say get boned, so I shall. I'm just gonna chromatic fucking orb at her again.
Okay.
One trick ponying it. I mean, if it works. 18. Fuck me. Well,
Nice.
now I'm gonna quicken, and I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Angrily, filled with rage, and at a higher level this time, because why not waste all the spell slots? 25.
25 will hit. Yes.
Thank you. I got the mic there. Okay. You bitch. I may not know a diamond, but I know a bitch when I see one. It's 23 points of fire damage.
That's showtime.
So twice now to this specific cunt. Fable, hands and body and everything wreathed in. It is now purple flame because, oh no, it's blue again. But with that sparks of red trying to come through, and her just, it's beginning to crackle around her eyes and her hands and up to her shoulders and around where her tattoo is. If you're behind, you can see just the fire trying to break through her skin. And she looks this diamond in where the eyes would be, and just, I killed you once when you were that fucking undead giant. Don't make me kill you a third time after this. And just straight through the diamond. Just like a single bullet hole of flame. And as it erupts, she just crackles in fire and puts it out again in just a mist of cold.
As the diamond winter spirit shatters across the ground, layers of ice that have taken over the entirety of this Frozen Fjord begin to crack, break. And as you catch your breath, the layer of ice, even in this, the dead of winter, here atop this far northern peak, it is somehow warmer. The wind dies to a calm, steady nature, and the undead begin to fall, and in their place rise the spirits of both those who had betrayed their kin to the spirit of winter and those that had remained faithful to Jarl. They stand in processional as you all are safely guided back to the Jarl's hut. Very short sending. Turn to the House of Shields. Round. Congratulations, you all. Unintentionally, I was like, "Oh, I'll throw zombies and skeletons at them. That'll be better." No, you guys were dying to those. However, you did just beat Orl.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The titular Frost Maiden from Rime of the Frost Maiden.
The moment you described her, I was just no.
You guys did it. I didn't think so. I was like, oh, we'll do one form, and you guys burned through it, and I was like, let's see how the second form does. Then you triple critical that to death, and I was like, okay, no, you deserve the third one. Like, if you're gonna do it, let's do it.
Level up?
Yes, you guys get to level up. Congratulations.
Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up. Level up.
Thank you guys for a really good night. Thank you for a new show. Thanks to all the new friends hanging out with us. We're going to say good night. You can join us back here next week for some more Disasters in Danger. The other thing we've got is Malifaux on Wednesday nights, a super awesome card flipping system, RPG. It's all your favorite genre, I like to call it. And then we've got more stuff over the weekend. Follow us on the socials.
We're going to start planning out those PvP dungeons. Yep. So make sure you're following on the socials, because we may go live on a Tuesday or a Saturday randomly with some of these. So, keep up.
Absolutely. Thanks for hanging out, guys. We are going to say goodnight, but until next time, be cool.